Patrice O'Neill in studio.
Good morning.
From Web Junk 20.
Hello.
From the hit show.
I can't deny it.
The hit VH1 show, Web
Junk 20.
It's Patrice O'Neill.
Good morning. I enjoy Web Junk, Opie. I enjoy it. It's just I can't accept. Anytime I get happy and then try to embrace something, anytime I get comfortable, it's over.
Yeah, doesn't that seem the way it is? You gotta, like, keep yourself in check. You ever have an internal dialogue with yourself, like you're someone else, and tell yourself to shut up? Like, I'm constantly going like, all right, this happens, and then, you know, we do this, and then I go, shut the fuck up. Because if you talk about it, you're going to jinx the shit out of it.
All the time. That's why people go, hey, Web Junk. I go, you know, it's not like, fuck it, who gives a shit? It's more like, listen, don't ask me about it. Do you know it's just a volatile motherfucking thing?
Right.
You in and then you out, motherfucker.
Don't ask.
That's not the point, though. Just before we went on air, I said, I was talking about Web Junk 20, and Patrice was like, look, man, I've been doing this, a third of my life? This entertainment thing, and he's like, it's a paycheck. I'm like, you are such a liar. There's a part of Patrice O'Neill that is proud that he's on doing Web Junk 20.
All of me is proud, but that part of me,
don't want to.
The part when I go, it's just it's like it's a way of staying humble in my own mind.
It's a defense mechanism.
It's a defense mechanism because it's like comfort zone. It's never good for me. It just never worked. I would love to be sitting down and go, delicious.
Yeah.
But it's not going to happen, so I just you know.
You know what sticks in my mind? And I cannot get it out every time I start feeling comfortable in a situation and happy with the way things are going and things are going so well and stuff. It's one instance back in the Comedy Connection up in Boston, seeing John Valby. And we were talking about somebody that had fucked up. And he asked me how things were going and with the show up there, and I was like, it's fantastic, it's great, couldn't be better, we're having so much fun and stuff. and he goes, remember, pride goeth before the fall. Like don't be too fucking hip on yourself, and don't be so happy with the way things are going and proud of what you're doing, because that comes right before the fall. And I blew him off like, fucking sing your whiskey drinking bitch fucking songs with your piano and shut the fuck up.
Fuck you!
Yeah. And within a week or something,
that's why I'm laughing, because
we were fired from our fucking jobs up there.
John Valby was one of the last things we did.
And all I kept thinking was, pride goes before the fall. Pride goes, motherfucker. I was telling him how mantra. Good everything was going, and then since that day, that sticks in my mind. Anytime someone says, "How are things going with work?" You know, you go in, you do, you leave.
That's what I do when I get on planes. I stay nervous because I think I'm supposed to. Like, I can't
don't
go,
get to the point like
dig it, man. I'm on a plane. Hey, everybody. Excuse me, stewardess.
Yeah.
I'm always like, no, ma'am, I don't want anything to drink because it could fuck with the weight of the plane if you pour me a bottle of...
all my wits about me if I need to open that emergency door, and I don't need to be the drunk guy. And then you see the guys that do like the Washington and New York shuttle every day. They just get down, hurrah.
And
open in the New York Times. Yeah, the fucking plane is bobbing up and down like a B-52 in flak.
And you just want to go, motherfucker.
Well, let me see my stocks. It's like, God, could you look nervous?
And wait a minute. I look at those guys in the stewardess when shit is happening on the airplane, and if they're not even flinching, I'm like, all right, we're cool.
You use your peripheral to go, all right, this motherfucker's not tripping out, so I'll just pretend I'm fucking
Did you hear the fucking shit from the stewardess on the plane that hit the tower? Not the ones that are getting all the press now. No, they have played phone calls from various flights.
I've heard a few.
So, yeah. There's a stewardess, Asian girl, and she is, right as they're plowing into the tower, and she's there going,
yeah, well, there's, a couple of terrorists. Count about the 4 of them as I could see here in first class. We got 2 dead people.
That calm as shit, this woman.
That is why.
Oh, shut up. Shut up.
That's one of the reasons.
Now you're taking my only thing that keeps me from going crazy on planes away from me. You're telling me the stewardess is going to be like that no matter what?
Yes.
No, that's what I'm saying.
Great.
No.
that they wouldn't be calm.
If there was ever a survivor of a plane crash,
yeah,
which there
occasionally,
which is
out, yeah.
by the way, off the subject, did I ever tell you why they make you tuck your head in the back of the seat?
To break your
clean
neck.
up a lot better.
To break your neck.
To break it, yeah. It's just like so.
I watched one of my favorite shows, Mythbusters, and they proved that is one of the most safest positions to be in a certain types of plane crash.
Has there ever been a survivor of a fucking major airline plane crash ever?
Yeah, couple, very rare though. Especially if they're plowing in the ground at 500, you're done.
And
you're
the point
done, no matter what. You could be doing cartwheels down the fucking aisle.
The point to that question is, how would you ever know how cool a stewardess would be if the plane's going down?
Yeah.
If she's like, she's running up and down the aisle like, you motherfuckers do what you need to do.
Yeah.
Or the bitch jump out the window with a parachute. Good luck!
There's a case of a stewardess. Yeah. Bye-bye. There's a case of a stewardess years ago. She was in her jump seat at the back of the plane when it crashed. The tail section of the plane cracked off with her in it. She lived. The whole rest of the plane, kaboom!
Get the hell out of here.
Sole survivor. Man. Strapped into her little jump seat in the back of the plane.
Anyway.
I don't believe she would be that cool, man.
Yeah.
I just have feelings about 9/11 and some of that shit that's coming out now is really bugging me.
We're going to get into that in 1 second here.
Yeah.
I don't want to lose Mark in Jersey. Mark, what's up?
Good morning, guys.
Hey, Mark.
I was listening to Twitchell. Like, when you listen to him on the radio, the shit that he says and he's doing in the background, it's so friggin' funny, you know? But then I went to Foundry and I watched the video of him, and it's, like, so painful to see him do that. I almost can't, listen to him anymore. You know what I mean?
He's cool with the whole thing. The video is hilarious.
Oh, I feel so bad. He was slapping himself so much. I mean, I was dying. I felt really bad for him.
Well, why does it say on the phone line here that you thought it was hilarious?
I think, when I listen to him, it's great. It's funny as can be. But it's
So on the radio, it's really funny. If you see the video, it's very sad.
It's sad to watch.
Oh, man, I think it's even funnier.
I don't know, man.
Oh, when he's slapping himself with a pudding.
Those videos are up there, Steve?
Yeah, that is, they just went up, and other websites are starting to pick up on him now. By far one of the funniest things that's ever gone down in the studio is him slapping the shit out of himself with pudding and pubes and honey and frosting and ketchup all over his hands.
What website has picked it up?
The first one to pick it up was GorillaMask.net.
Nice.
I mean, that's a real popular site. They just picked up on it, and it's right at the top of their site.
Maybe WebJunk 20 will pick it up.
Oh, sure.
Maybe WebJunk 20
Well, we have a guy with a fucking neurological problem, and we want to exploit
wonderful,
him.
but they couldn't even do the narcoleptic dog as good as they could. It's just,
they get a little...
They wouldn't do Tattoo when Tattoo was singing his song. They barely wanted to do that.
Patrice, the show's about fun.
Yeah.
It's not about tragedy.
I would love to do fucking Twitchels on fucking WebJunk just to talk about his Tourette's.
Just the tragic shit. Why hasn't someone done like extreme WebJunk? Where it's the guy shooting himself in the head, Arba Dwyer, and like some fucking that kid hanging out the back door of the car trying to scare the guys on the bicycles and smacking his head on the bumper.
I can't believe that guy survived.
All that shit.
Give it time. Somebody will put it on.
Max X WebJunk. Right. This guy has a problem when he's trying to scare some people on bicycles. Ouch, that's gotta hurt.
WebJunk Extreme.
Max X?
That's one of the best shows out, though, man.
But the guy describing it has no sense of, like, any sorrow or... Now, I understand a lot of the shit's funny.
There goes his eye.
Yeah, exactly. There are shootouts, and it's like, ow, that cop took a bullet to the chest. That's gonna hurt. It's like, this one leaves 5 people dead in the streets. They should have known to stay out of the way from a fucking snowmobile with wings on it. And just, like, people are dying in it and burning. His friends try to roll him around and put the flames out. He suffered 3rd-degree burns. Ow, that's gotta hurt. Next on WebJunk 20. Or fucking Max X, WebJunk X.
Hey, there it is at the top of the page on Gorilla Mask. Gorilla Mask what? .net.
How is it labeled?
It says
As a catchy thing to get people to click.
as if a grown man involuntarily and repeatedly slapping himself in the face isn't entertaining enough. Opie and Anthony smother Lewis Twitchell's I always forget his last name. Santani?
Santani or Santani?
Santani's hands with honey, ketchup, frosting, pudding, eggs, pubes, and more. Click here.
Nice.
That is really cool. And speaking
Gorilla
of
Mask.
these websites, what's the one you wanted me to check out? Because I did check it out last night.
Oh, Break.
Break.
Break.com used to be bigboys.com.
Break.com.
Oh, they changed?
They changed. They got a one-word domain.
What's the deal with the video of the guy doing the vault? Is that real?
Doing the vault.
Right here. Show Anthony this. And Patrice. Whoa.
The monitor almost fell, and it would have been Hawk's fault.
Patrice, here's one for WebJunk 20 if you guys haven't used this one yet. Watch this. I know this is...
Right? Yes, it's radio.
I know it's radio and all that, blah,
we'll
blah, blah.
describe it.
You
We're
can
magic like
you can check it
that.
out for yourself later or right now. It's break.com. And it's this guy, he's running toward a vault in some kind of gymnastics competition. Watch what happens.
Running. That's fucking fake. That is fake.
Come on, how is that
That
fake?
is so fake.
How can you tell that's fake?
Because nobody can vault that far on one of those little wooden vault
well, they
things.
say the vault malfunctioned and he went flying.
How can it malfunction?
I don't know. Play it again.
Play it again.
You prove to me this is fake.
Anthony doesn't believe anything.
All right, but Ant's really good at this. You tell me where it goes fake on us.
All right. You get the look. He's
Then
running.
again, this was-
He hits the vault thing.
It malfunctioned.
What do you think?
Yeah,
What did it
malfunctioned.
do to malfunction?
The spring system went back. It malfunctioned. The whole thing went
The
back.
top part of the vault came off the base, and the spring just completely.
I wouldn't think that thing would have the potential to do that no matter what happened to it.
I
Launch you across a room.
I don't think it's fake, but I don't remember seeing this clip on any sports
highlight reel. You think all the sportscasters would go,
And in the globe.
and look at this one, people.
Well, you
Amazing.
Patrice, you should just throw that on WebJunk 20 and say, yeah, it's real. I was there.
Well, didn't you guys put on the seltzer bottle or the water pressure flying guy?
Yeah, the Chinese water pressure flying. Yeah.
Now, I watched MythBusters, and they had tried to recreate that, and they couldn't get the guy to fly 2 feet. It didn't fly.
First, they're not Chinese. You know how them motherfuckers are. They're just better than us.
Chinese are good at faking videos, is what it seems to be. They're pretty goddamn good at that faking video shit. CGI. They got a bunch of George Rucuses over there.
Hey, we got more info.
Industrial rights and magic.
We got more info on that. Matt in Connecticut. Matt.
Hey, what's up, guys?
Hey.
Hey, man.
Yeah, as far as I know, well, if you listen to the end, they say that it's like a commercial for something.
Yeah, some of these things they try to pull off like real, and they're commercials, like people crossing the street and getting nailed by cars, and you
But
could
did you
tell
listen
at the
to
last
at the
minute,
end?
it's a Three Stooges dummy in front of it.
Yeah. But did you listen at the end? I think they have like a guy with a toolbox, and he pushed the toolbox away.
So you think that was just done for a commercial?
Yeah, no, it definitely was.
Like he was the guy that was supposed to fix it, or he was sabotaging it or something, and
Yeah, oh no, he just messed up because he's lazy. I can't remember what it was for. I can't even tell.
okay.
All right. Thank you, sir.
Yeah, see you guys later.
All right, let's go to Doug in New York. Doug, what's up?
I just wanted to thank you guys. I get into work every morning. The first thing I do is get on break.com and check out my daily fix of porn. As soon as you mentioned the whole website, just
Oh, really?
Sorry
about that.
That's one of those.
I'd be more considerate of your loyal listeners, okay?
All right, thanks, man.
It's one of the bad parts of having what they call an audience, dude. Thank God when we mention websites, they crash.
No kidding.
I remember for a while we'd mention it, and the counter would go down. I'd actually see how could that possibly happen?
We would watch it click up maybe 4 or 5 hits.
Hey, 5 people went on the site.
All right, we got power in this business.
Wow, look
again.
at us. We're power brokers.
Cody in Indiana.
Hey, morning, fellas.
Good morning,
Morning.
I heard you guys touch a few times on the R. Bud Dwyer video, and
Yeah.
maybe a couple days before the first time I heard you say something was the first time I saw it. And this guy is the most selfish fucking motherfucker and saddest dude I've ever seen.
Yeah, you
He
gotta
shoots
agree with him.
himself in the face
Gotta agree
so
with him,
hard
Mikey.
that it messes up his hair.
Yeah, his hair flies off his head.
Cody, have you ever seen the rap video they made out of that?
No, I haven't.
Fantastic.
I gotta get my buddy Buzzy to maybe mail me a copy. He still has it.
But, I've heard you guys talk about it, and I've never, you've talked about it in passing, but never heard what you think about, stuff like that as far as it affecting the things that you've seen and stuff like that.
I can't watch it.
Yeah, me either. It's really, really disturbing to me.
I could watch the rap video that was made out of it. They put that video to a beat, so you see his hair going up and down, up and down.
And then they forward and reverse it.
Yeah.
So it looks like he's dancing almost.
Yeah.
To the beat of the song as he's shooting himself in the head. It's
a buddy of mine moved away, and I left a message on his MySpace that had a little GIF file of him putting the gun in his mouth and then taking it out, and it said, "I miss you so much I could kill myself, but I won't."
Oof.
Wow.
Car crash?
A
little bit.
That clip, things like the Ogreish, you go to Ogreish. I know Jimmy likes going there.
Ben loves that thing.
Ben loves it. I can't watch that. I'll watch any form of pornography you want to show me. I will watch it. Girl, horse. Guy, horse. I don't care. Guy, chicken. I don't care what kind of sick, deranged sex is going on.
Because you believe in death now, that's why. I could watch a beheading like it was and eat potato chips when I was younger, man.
No, even as a kid, things like that disturb me. My parents, in all their infinite fucking wisdom, back in, I guess, 1967, or whatever the hell it was, 68, decided to take me to the drive-in to go see Bonnie and Clyde with Warren Beatty.
Mm-hmm.
And I was, how old was I, 6 years old, something like that? And I'm watching it, and I thought it was kind of cool movie, gangster thing, a little gross and stuff. But at the end, when Bonnie and Clyde just get mowed down, and
that's so fake, though.
I know, but dude, at the time,
for six,
it's fake now. For you're a 6-year-old kid. It's like 1968, so
and this was before Star Wars, when
that explains those eyes.
You're not used to seeing,
He's a fucking pussy. I didn't know Anthony
was not used to seeing that shit.
Anthony's a puss.
We had gone to Arby's before the theater or the movies, because the Comac Drive-In that used to be there. There was an Arby's across there, and I just loaded up on Arby's, had my little puppy belly all full, and I'm watching, and then there it is, Warren Beatty and what's her name?
Faye
Dunaway. Get out of the car. The little birds go out of the bushes where the gunmen are, and then Clyde looks over at Bonnie. They look at each other like, we're fucked. Here it comes. And just machine gun fire. Their eyes getting shot out, blood. I fucking went. I threw my Arby's up all over my father's car, all over the Rambler.
It takes. Every year you put the Anthony puzzle together. Here's the new part of the puzzle. This is why, during his explanation, you can see why Anthony's a hopeless romantic. That's why he's very monogamous.
You're right.
He's romantic because that part of that story was they looked into each other's eyes.
Right.
And that's what he pictures for him and his woman, that something goes down and they just both go out in a blaze of fucking glory. You're a romantic. You're a utopian. You're an ass. You just hope the world was better. How do you do this show, Dave? I know Anthony goes home and cries and prays to God that God knows it's just, hey, God, thank you. I only do this for money. Like, Opie really enjoys destroying a life. He'll talk about it later like, dude, I thought it was funny when he had pubic hair in his face and his mother called in and was crying. It was hilarious. Anthony's like, when they looked into each other's eyes, and it was.
I'm thinking.
Did you cry on the slap scene in Jaws when the lady came over and go? You knew it was a shark.
The little Kittner boy.
Did you hear that explanation about the movie?
Not only did I hear it, I saw his eyes.
They warded up.
They're starting to blink a little too long.
Like Puss in Boots from Shrek 2.
Is that adorable?
Anthony has feelings. They looked at. Did you catch that? They looked at.
Yes.
That was the part that made him throw up. Is the love that was destroyed. It was metaphoric.
It was because they just saw like, oh fuck, we've been through all this shit.
How'd you feel about the shooting scene, the Sunny scene at the toll booth? Did you throw up?
No, I was older. I was older by then. Didn't see it in the movie theater.
Really?
But that didn't really get to me.
Why? It was worse. When I watched fucking Sonny get cut
it's
down,
just fucking
he
Sonny's a
starts
prick.
to scream. They shoot him so much. That is one of the most realistic gun scenes I've ever fucking seen.
That is horrific.
Where he just gets shot to the point where he goes, "Stop killing me!"
I'm dead, all right?
Dying.
I just haven't fallen down yet.
I saw Bonnie and Clyde. They had the fake Tommy gun movement.
Yeah.
And the thing that pained you was the love that was destroyed.
Maybe that was it. I didn't even realize it until you're saying it
You
now.
just told everybody.
Maybe. You know,
You really have feelings.
Sometimes I leave this place
he does.
and I go, all right, we may have destroyed a life, but think of the joy we have given to so many people.
He always makes deals with himself.
I'm constantly having an internal monologue,
spiritual
dialogue
deals with yourself
myself,
to say it's not so bad. It really bothers him, some of the things he did.
But that was my angle with my dad, because my dad would call me out on stuff that we did on this show. I'm like, but Dad, there's a lot of people that are commuting, and we're just entertaining them, and they have miserable lives, and they found enjoyment in that. So maybe I hurt one person, but I made thousands of people very happy that day.
Very happy. One person had to be sacrificed.
That's how I had to explain it to my dad, because he was like, "What is wrong?"
Do you ever feel bad? Has there ever been a time you went home and went, fuck? Not fuck, we might get fired.
Right,
but,
there's been plenty of those. And I'll tell you one thing, Patrice,
was that?
Now that you bring that up quickly, that overrides any feeling bad. The, oh, fuck, we fucked up, we might get fired. Override. That is an override in my head. I could give a flying fuck. The eyes go away. The fucking feelings. The all goes down the shitter
we know.
when I think my fucking job is on the line.
The fired.
Right.
We know fired.
Top priority.
Supersedes everybody. And then you probably qualify to fire like, hey, man, you know, Steve-O and E-Rock got to eat too, baby. We responsible for the lives to make you feel better. But has there ever been a moral one where you just went, that...
Wasn't there one thing that, like, in the studio, and we decided, like, oh, my God, there was one thing...
Patty? Nothing?
I think it was...
Nah.
Was it the crying midget? The midget we made get naked, and she started crying?
That was close.
We made the midget...
That was a close one. I'll be honest. But
now somebody...
But within an hour after the show, I was eating a steak somewhere and drinking some wine or whatever, going, wow, that was a great show
Lenny
today.
Clark wanted... Was it Lenny?
Yes. Yeah, it was a porn midget, wasn't it?
Lenny Clark wanted a naked midget.
Was it?
Opie knows the story because he knows everything that has ever happened. He's a walking fucking library.
Honestly, I don't know if Lenny Clark was involved, but I know the story was something like this. There was a midget, and she was trying to become a stripper. She wasn't in porn yet.
Oh, right.
You're talking about the porn midget. That was really cool. So we interviewed her as well.
Well, no, I think I know the one you're talking about.
This girl was
a
from
miserable
Long
midget.
Island or
Right.
Queens or something, and she called Steve or somebody and said, look, I'm a midget, because we were talking about getting midgets on the show a long time ago, and she wanted to be a stripper. And we're like, have you ever stripped before? She goes, no, I haven't done anything, but I wanted to maybe give this a try.
All right, we'll set it up where
So we're
it's like a strip
well, why
club.
don't you strip for us for the first time? So she comes in, and she's such a little thing that she's standing right on the console in front of us. We're all kind of just looking up at this midget.
Dude, not only that, this console wasn't like it is in here. You see, we got a lot of headroom. There were a lot of like electronic shelving and stuff over our heads. So she was the only human being, and I use that term loosely, that was able to stand up, completely stand up between this shelving and stuff, it made it hysterical that she fit in there. She was so short. And she's standing up on the console, and we're all watching. We put on some, Motley Crue or some fucking cliche strip club music and get her dancing. And we start, like, telling her to take her clothes off. And you can tell she's pretty reluctant. She doesn't really want to do it. And she starts undressing.
Yeah.
I guess she got her top off.
Yeah, and she realized this is just not for her.
Wasn't
this
for
was
her.
a bad idea.
But at this point, we've been whipped up into a frenzy, and,
So she just kind of was
her eyes went blank, Patrice. Yeah. They just went to another place.
A whole nother land. The land of Oz. And we're, kind of suggesting she take her pants off and
she's
her
just
her
falling
panties.
apart. You can see it.
Yeah, and
falling
she like
apart.
and she's just in her panties with them midget legs and
Them
stuff,
fat-
and the big
them
like
big
Popeye
fat-
arms.
Big fat midget.
She got the fat little bent midget legs.
All her limbs look like little baseball wiffle ball bats. With that
She got
meat,
them
that meat by the knee.
fucking cocktail Frank fingers.
Oh God!
Oh, and
then
toes.
And then she's like topless, and she's getting ready to like take her pants off, and then she just loses it, starts crying.
She starts crying.
Says, "I
right
can't
there.
do this," and we're just like,
She's like, I know I can't. She's trying to cover up with that little fucking hand that looks like a muffin, and she's like holding over her breasts and trying to.
See, that's where I.
And it was like we just went like.
There. See, that doesn't bother me because I could have talked her into not feeling that way. You know,
Yeah.
because she had a feeling.
yeah, but there's no fun in that.
But see.
But your whole anger would have been, girl, you're up there. Just let go of any dignity you have
because
left.
you already being an obscure midget who's thinking about stripping is way worse than a stripping midget. That makes you somebody for a couple of years, bitch.
Right.
And fetish, a lot of motherfuckers have those midget fetishes or whatever, but that wouldn't bother me.
You know,
like Patty standing there looking like Auschwitz really bothered me. Like she just was that shivery old mess, and it just
bag of bones.
And I know by the time, you know, when I stopped feeling bad for Patty is when she was, and I'm talking about the mousetrap thing.
Yeah.
Is when she was crawling, and you could tell she was into the thing where she was like, oh God, it hit my arm, and then, oh, what is that? And I go, okay, she's doing it. But just that nakedness right there, that fucking got to me. Yeah, a little bit, man.
You can't feel for someone that doesn't feel. Thank you. Thank you.
Jesus Christ.
My latest quote.
I know there was one. I know there was one thing.
How do you feel for someone that doesn't feel?
See, Opie, whatever he made a deal with, whatever force he has made a deal with. See, he'll never get fired from radio. He'll always have a job in radio. He'll get fired for 2 years. It's like, you're like, whatever. It's just a funny, you know, whoever he made the deal with just was like, oh man, I'm joking. You guys get another job. Like, that's what XM is. I'm fucking with you guys, man. Just fucking with you. You got a job. It's like, you know, it's like when, you know, how motherfuckers say the genie, you know, when you make a wish for a genie, and they go, I want to have a big dick. And then the genie, if he's an asshole, he'll just make your whole body a dick.
Big
and
dick,
just with some eyes on it.
Never works.
It's like, whoever made the Opie made, he's comfortable with the deal he made. He said, fuck it. Right?
Opie's the only guy comfy with the deal.
You're not comfy with the deal.
I have my own ways of justifying what I do, but I will never share that with anybody. I swear to God.
You know what? You ever see fucking Golden Child?
Mm-hmm.
My explanation.
He goes into a room and it turns into hell.
Patrice.
He sits on top of a little mountain and it's like, I'll be right back, baby. He sits on a mountain and it goes, and the motherfucker goes, Opie, what happened today? Hey man, we made a bitch get naked and mousetraps. Oh, nigga, please. Don't worry about it, man. Shit, I did shit.
My explanation, Patrice, my explanation is so easy. Oh. So easy. And you go, wow, that makes a lot of sense.
Go ahead.
I'll never say it.
Oh, man.
What's wrong with you, man? What the fuck
now
is wrong
you got
with you?
it.
That would take
you
down,
even allow anybody else to do that?
That would take down all 4 walls.
Then the ceiling hits us in the head.
That's
we're
right.
done.
Fair enough.
But I'm telling you right now, it is the easiest explanation to this whole thing.
Is it a paragraph? Is it a saying? Is it
no
is it some spiritual thing, or is it just it's just very simple?
It's not. It's beyond simple.
Is it something easy like fuck it?
Fuck it. It's beyond simple. Let's go to Mike.
Oh,
Mike.
I know what it is.
What?
Opens up the bank book.
Yeah.
Oh, he buy.
Let me just get online and check my balance. All right.
Let's see.
All is right with the world, motherfucker.
Let's see. I'm starting to feel bad about myself. Let's check the bank account in Erie, Pennsylvania.
Check this one. Which account will I check today? Let me spin the wheel. All right, I'll check that corporate account.
I know you have. Is it all worth it? Things in your head.
You know, I'll be completely honest with you. There are times and there have been situations And I can't remember. There's like one
Stop
that me
playing,
and
Anthony. It's so bad it went out of your head. You can, but Anthony is. That's why he stays in his house. Let me tell you, motherfucker, Anthony stays in his house. It's coming together after 17 years.
Mm-hmm.
It's because the weight of the world.
Mm-hmm.
You don't watch a lot of news either, do you?
No, I watch a lot of news.
And it doesn't bother you?
It
I would have thought that you don't watch the news. You don't come out because even homeless people, you want to give money to every homeless. You want to help.
Oh my God! You're making me too simple now.
Not simple, but you have.
No. Your explanation is too simple now because I don't fit into the mold you're trying to fit me into. I almost fit. But they're like, well, I can't get the arm in there. What the fuck is it? There are a few things that make no sense with this picture you're putting. Homeless people, I could give a flying fuck about them.
And Patrice,
I feel no guilt. I get annoyed at them.
I dish out to the homeless. Absolutely. That's why you'll never understand this relationship in this radio show. Just when you think you got it figured out, you're like, what? I swear to God, when I see those guys.
So perhaps the staff should dress in stinky clothing when they go out to dinner with you. Yep, a little more complex.
Not that bad.
Just a little more complex.
I'm not far away from utopia.
I have some sympathy for the pains of the world.
Yes.
I do. I feel some sympathy for the pains going on in the world.
You're like a middle-aged Italian version of the Green Mile nigga.
I got flies coming out of my mouth.
Here's the question today, and the guy just hung up on us. What's the worst thing Anthony has done in this show? Because if you ask that question about me, there's a million that come up.
He's
done some horrific things too, though.
Yeah, I've done some bad stuff.
That you started?
There was a time when we were in Boston, Anthony enjoyed calling funeral homes.
Oh, right,
and
okay.
asking to talk to the deceased.
Yeah, you know how they list the funerals? This is a funny bit. And original, goddammit, thought this up. You go through the obituaries, and they list where and when the service is going to be. So when the service is there, you call up, and whoever answers, you go, like, is John Smith there today? And they say yes because he's laid out there. They think you're asking, obviously, you're asking if the body is there. Because, is John Smith there? I say, yes. Could you put him on the phone? The silence, the dead silence.
Deafening silence.
That you just get, and then you get, yeah, he's there. Yeah. Just put him on. I really need to talk to him. He's the deceased. You get like this puzzled fucking, and we laugh our fucking ass off.
We laugh and laugh and laugh.
The Alzheimer's home that we called, the thing.
Oh shit!
You know,
that was you. That was you.
Yeah. Oh, fun stuff.
Was that your idea to call the Alzheimer's thing?
I don't know whose idea it was, but
it does count.
I did it.
It counts.
What do you mean? When we
called old Bill, the Alzheimer's clinic.
Oh, that is like...
Hello, thank you, please.
You've heard this, right?
No.
Oh, my God. Is it even on this version?
4 or 3 old biddies at this Alzheimer's helpline and called up and just made them feel so badly for this poor old lost guy.
You never heard this?
No.
You've been with us for years. By the way, someone is calling you out saying that you were there for the dancing midget, Patrice.
Are you shitting me? Patrice was there.
She wasn't crying. That chick wasn't crying.
The one that stopped dancing in the middle of it.
That chick. And that's why I don't remember. It didn't bother me.
That chick was crying,
dude.
We had to stop the bit.
I was
there. We did stop the bit.
I was there in the fucking room.
Holy shit. Wait, but Nicole Starr might be the porn midget.
That sounds like a porn midget name.
There's a confusion here, because we got to...
I was there during a midget.
Get your fucking midget straight.
Is Nicole Starr
Nicole Starr was one naked midget that was on the air.
Yeah, of course we've had more than one naked midget.
That's the one I'm thinking of. I think that's the one he's talking about. No,
God, where else can you hear an argument where a guy's like, well, Jesus, we had more than one naked midget.
No, it wasn't that
midget, motherfucker.
Right.
I remember what midget it was.
How do you have arguments over which naked midget? Fucking
I was at a midget very early in the time I started coming doing the show. And that's what I'm saying. It didn't bother me.
Yeah. All right. Nicole Starr, the naked midget, What's this? A porn site midget with morals? I don't get it. There's 1,000 pictures of this chick without her pants on, yet she gets all nervous around us. Yeah, that's the chick that is an actual porn star midget.
Yeah.
We're talking about a girl that wanted to get into stripping.
I wasn't there.
We
Off
brought
the
her
street
in.
midget.
I wasn't there.
We
Off
brought
the
her
street.
in off the street. She awkwardly started taking her clothes off and then just lost it.
I wasn't there.
Started crying.
And someone is saying that Colin Hanks was there.
It was Colin Hanks and
Jack Black.
and
Jack Black. Jack Black.
All right, that was with the porn star midget.
Right,
All
that was porn star midget.
All right, see, everyone's getting it confused. By the way, two more guys, we were talking about this yesterday, that no longer do the show.
Oh, hell yeah, forget about it.
Jack Black.
You never get Jack Black.
Used
He
to
was
do our
plugging
show.
Tenacious D back then. That was it.
Jack Black would come in and do our show every time he was in New York, and we haven't seen him in years.
His biggest movie then was that
Act.
where he
Mars
played
Attack.
the soldier. Yeah,
And Tom
Mars
Hanks'
Attack.
son came in, and it turns out that he was such a huge fan of the Opie and Anthony program, he was getting bootleg tapes of our show sent to L.A. And he came in, he couldn't believe he was on our show. And now he's blown up. He was in
King Kong.
He was in King Kong as well.
Yeah.
I don't think he's blown up yet, though.
He's getting there.
He's in the shadow of death.
You never know. Maybe we'll get him.
Nah, we're done.
I think it's possible to get Tom Hanks' son again.
Yeah.
I think so, but maybe
right.
Tom's probably like, look it.
Yeah.
All right, listen,
Don't fuck up Da Vinci Code for me.
Grew this hair like this. I gotta fucking walk around like this. I want it to work out.
This is the question today, though. What is the worst thing Anthony has done on this program?
I'm trying to think.
Some people are saying this. I'm going to play this for Patrice because he's never heard it.
But here's how I qualify worst thing, though.
Mm-hmm.
Participating
Yes.
in
Not
Opie's
just being in the
evil
same
does
room.
not count. To me.
Oh, no. Because some
But
of
like Anthony,
hold
you
on. Some of
be
the
evil.
No. Some of the evil, he's right there with me, man.
I know. He's talking about initiating.
I'm talking about I'm talking about. It's like gang mentality. It's like Opie might be the first one to hit Rodney King with the thing, and Anthony's like, all right, fuck it, I'll hit him in his kneecap.
I'd rather use the Reginald Denny
I've seen
explanation on this one. Yeah,
what
the one guy hits him with the fucking brick, and then the other guy came in and kicked.
You're the dancer.
Please let me. I'm the dancer.
I want to know because every interview,
Opie's the guy that laid the brick over his head.
Every fucking interview. Sorry, Steve. Every interview. Opie's, the bad guy. You're never an antagonist. I've never seen you unless somebody's like really a dick.
Right, but
I've
that's the
never
way.
seen it.
That's the way it works.
What about
Anthony thank you. God damn it. Thank you, Derek from Massachusetts.
What
Anthony the faith healer. Say no more.
Okay, that was pretty bad. All right.
The only time we almost got killed.
That was at a live appearance.
The only time we almost
Wheelchair Fred.
started a riot was because of him.
Wheelchair Fred.
My shit
I was
has
pretty
never
drunk.
My shit has never caused a riot. My shit has never caused things to be
I got all
thrown
caught
at
up in
us.
the moment. We were at a live appearance up in Boston, and we had a character on the show. He's been on this show, Wheelchair Fred. The guy had a motorcycle accident years ago. He sounds like he's retarded. He talks like this. You can barely understand a word he says. Because like his throat was crushed, his legs were twisted apart. They put him together, all fucked up because he had no insurance. And he's in a wheelchair.
Matter of fact, when we go to break, Derek, find the bit Wheelchair Fred taking a little dildo up his
yeah, that's always a fun one. Gives you a little insight.
He did it on the
Fred.
XM show. He was so desperate. We got him. This is what I love.
Yeah.
I love this shit. We got him naked on the phone. He staggered to his bathtub with a dildo, and he did himself.
With a dildo because he needs sex so bad. He's so horny.
We'll play the viral promo. Whatever that has that as we go to break.
So we were doing an appearance. We used to do a lot of these things in Boston, and the place is packed. We'd go up there and give away shirts and shit, and have people come up and show us your fucking weirdest scar for this fucking bit of shit from the radio station, the typical stuff. And Wheelchair Fred was there, so we brought him up on stage. And now I had seen Wheelchair Fred. He didn't have spinal cord damage, so it wasn't like he was paralyzed. His legs were just so fucked up that he couldn't walk, so he was in a wheelchair. But I had seen him at the station get out of his chair and steady himself on the console and kind of shaky leg, but he took his hands away and he'd be standing. So I thought it would be great.
Holy crap.
Yeah.
Trying to make yourself feel good.
No.
You can't even.
That was my.
You can't even record how long he was standing
know.
without his hands.
Oh,
it
believe
was like
me, I'm
it was
not
like
trying
this.
to say.
No hands.
What'd you say? You couldn't even record.
Yeah,
No
the time.
recorder that can
Like,
record as fast as he fell.
20 zeros and then a 1. That's how long he could stand. But
the fractions don't go that low.
But I had a few in me. So I get this idea.
0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0.
Now the people didn't know this. A lot of people thought Fred was paralyzed. So I get this idea.
He was a known, radio figure on the show, known to be paralyzed.
Wheelchair Fred,
thought to be completely
paralyzed. A lot of people misunderstood. It wasn't just his, fucked up legs. They thought he was paralyzed. Christopher Reeve paralyzed.
Oh my goodness.
So I think I get drinking some beers with the excitement's on stage. We bring Wheelchair Fred up. He gets a huge ovation because people loved him. And I get this idea.
And he's wheeling.
Yeah, they wheel him up on stage. The crowd has to lift the wheelchair up and place it on the stage.
Yeah, they lifted him up
the
onto
front.
the stage.
So he's like crowd surfing in his wheelchair for a little while. Yep. And they put him up on stage. Now I'm thinking to myself, this would look really cool because I've seen him stand up. If I do a faith healer thing and get this crowd whipped up and he stands, they're going to think I'm fucking Jesus Christ. So I'm going, Fred, you want to get out of that chair? You want to get out of that chair?
The crowd just goes with
it. And he's going, yes, I want to get out of the chair.
He just goes right with you.
Oh, yeah. Falls right into it. I'm like, Fred.
He goes right with you.
And I slam my hand on his head, and I'm like, Fred, feel the power of Jesus Christ flowing through your body. I feel it.
And the crowd is losing it.
I feel Jesus.
People crying.
Dude, they were freaking out. And his arms now grabbed his armrest on his chair and start shaking. His legs are shaking. And every inch he moved out of that chair, the frenzy in this crowd was unfucking believable. I got to the point where I actually felt like I was channeling Jesus Christ.
What kind of frenzy? Like they're going like the average, like, whoa.
Dude, you've been to our wide-eyed.
But was it like
wide-eyed amazement? God. They thought this motherfucker was paralyzed, like couldn't move, and I'm here holding his head. He's shaking, and now his legs are working. He's getting himself out of the fucking chair.
Wait a minute.
And the crowd's going nuts, and so Anthony's going nuts because the crowd's going nuts.
But is it like Opie and Anthony crowd nuts, or is it like, holy shit?
It's like both.
Church nuts.
It's
like
both. It turned into like you heard gasping. Like, oh my God, Fred, go!
Everyone got caught up in the excitement of the
Everyone,
whole thing.
especially
me.
Wait
a minute, this might just happen.
And you were just going bananas.
I'm going off. I like, Fred, you don't need this chair anymore. Feel the power of Christ. I feel it. I feel Jesus. So he starts getting up. He's holding on to the chair. And now he's up.
But he's
standing. But he's holding on to the chair. And again, the crowd just going crazy. So I'm like, all right, Fred, let go and walk.
And we pulled the chair away, actually.
And we kind of...
We're like, well, you don't need that chair anymore.
Now walk to the microphone. And he lets go of the chair. We pull it away. He shakes. He wobbles a little. He goes to take a step and falls flat on his face.
Well, no, wait. You're missing one detail, though. He's very close to the microphone that the lead singer is going to use, right? With the mic stand.
Right.
So he has no wheelchair. And this all took place in less than a second, by the way. He has no wheelchair. And he realizes, oh shit, I'm in trouble, and grabs the mic stand that the lead singer is going to use, thinking, he could use that to support himself. It's not connected to anything.
Oh,
he goes down
You just heard like the mic falling and him and
then just feedback from the
microphone, and then, dude,
we're just silent,
dead silence in the crowd, and then you'd hear like from the middle of the crowd, you'd hear like from the middle of the crowd, you motherfucker, you're a fucking asshole, dude, you fucking guys. You motherfucking cucks.
And at
the
this
crowd
point,
turned in a second.
Well, but
I was
for
Jesus.
real.
I was Jesus.
Patrice,
and then
we had to leave.
We had to leave.
Here's the deal,
They
too.
were going to kill us.
Before we did the Wheelchair Fred thing, you know, we went up there with, like, dopey DJs. Hey, welcome to blah, 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 blah. And, hey, here's some CDs and T-shirts and blah. So we gave out all this crap. Like, I think the WAF ice scrapers and CDs.
You didn't really establish yourself. This was a...
I know,
we were doing pretty
there.
good.
No, I mean, establish the evil that could...
Right.
Yeah,
you're right. The potential evil hadn't been established.
Yeah, we were there, though. So then there was dead silence. People were like, what the... They're all looking at each other like,
started.
What the fuck? Who the... And all of a sudden, Patrice, they started
winging everything we gave out.
Just gave out at the stage.
AAF keychains
was
coming back at us.
thinking like, hey, this is a joke?
Hey, it's funny. Look at the fucking
Wait a minute. Why didn't you fucking go... Hey, man, I tried.
The aristocrats.
Ta-da!
But why didn't you go, I tried. It almost worked. If they thought he was paralyzed...
Patrice.
There was no talking.
How come you didn't have Fred get you out of it?
It wasn't even close to working.
Did you have to wheel Fred off, too?
Why didn't Reginald Denny just go, hey, I'm driving a truck through, guys. Help me out. Come on.
Oh, my God, yo. Wait a minute, so...
When you get hit in the face with the nice T-shirt you just gave someone...
Thank you, good night.
So how long from the time the guy goes, fuck you assholes, to just, like, you go, we have to get the fuck
Spread
out
like
of here.
wildfire.
Well, how long?
Through the crowd.
Try seconds.
Yeah, seconds. We knew we were in trouble. We went backstage, went out the back door, into our vehicle, and out we went.
And putter down Route 9.
Bye-bye.
Do you remember the feedback from the next day? Like, people calling in...
Well, that's where it kind of started, because some people, we told the story and thought it was fucking hysterical.
Oh, yeah.
So we knew we had an audience out there somewhere.
Yeah, we went on there and told the story just how
we had Fred on.
See, because the club maybe fit, I don't know, 200 to 300 people. So it was only 300 of our listeners that actually saw how awful we really are. And then we went on the radio the next day and told it to, who knows,
but they didn't call, like, those people didn't call going, you fucking...
Here's another thing. It was a music station. So all the fans that came to the station events weren't just fans of Opie and Anthony. They were fans of Metallica. Okay. You know, they're fans of fucking
well, it was an Alice in Chains tribute band that night. So.
Alice in Chains tribute band was playing. So now it's fans of the music, not necessarily all fans of Opie and Anthony.
Oh, my God.
So it was just one of those situations where,
And they just start throwing shit at you.
Oh, dude, talk about bombing. Yeah, we got to get out of there.
Fucking hilarious.
Ain't that a great moment?
There was another riot that someone...
And you were the fucking master and commander of that
I
shit.
had nothing to do with that.
Catalyst of evil.
That's fucking horrendous.
I had nothing to do with that.
That was a bad one.
We also, I forgot, we started a riot in Framingham, too, where cops had to show up, and we were with Fred Durst, of all people, before he blew up.
Oh, yeah.
Another guy that used to be on our show all the time before he blew up.
Yeah.
It's
been a couple.
Well, that story is really classic, too. I know we're going off on some crazy tangents here, but we decide to allow our listeners to catch their own turkey for Thanksgiving.
It was like catch your own turkey. There was a lot of rural kind of, wooded areas around where we were. So we decided to get this big park area and have a catch-your-own turkey promotion for Thanksgiving.
It wasn't a real park, though. It was like a wild park.
Yeah, it was like a wildlife preserve.
It was just a huge piece of land that they didn't really do much with there in Framingham, Patrice.
Right.
So we went on the air for weeks saying, hey, coming this Friday, whatever, a couple Fridays from now, whatever, we're going to have catch-your-own turkey.
So we're going to get a bunch of turkeys. We're going to distribute them through this field, and you can bring whatever you want to bring, just no guns. And, if you can catch your own turkey, you have a turkey for Thanksgiving.
Right.
So people, we drive up in the big rock bus.
Well, the listeners called for a couple weeks leading up to the event going, can I bring a net? Yeah. Can I bring a gun? We're like, nah, you can't bring guns.
No guns. Like,
can I bring a baseball bat? Can I bring this?
Yeah.
We're like, yeah, as long as...
Dude, I built this thing. It's a fucking 2x4 with some nails through the fucking thing. And we're like, bring it.
Just bring it.
And come and kill your own fucking turkey.
There's the catch.
This is the catch, hence the riot.
Okay.
And that's what makes this a really interesting story.
I was going to say provided by who? Turkey,
it was all
Turkey Village, USA.
It was very calculated the way we presented it. Now, the listeners could have misunderstood.
Yeah, the key to the story is we said catch your own turkey, and then we had PETA involved. They were beyond outraged. The media is like, what the hell is going on? The listeners are calling up with their homemade weapons. Can I bring an axe? Can I bring a lacrosse stick? Can I bring nets? Yes, bring it all.
We're going to have to check with management on the axe thing because, all right, no, they're saying yes. Okay, you can bring an axe.
And this was actually...
Just played it up for a week.
And this was actually scarier than the Wheelchair Fred incident, now that I think about it.
They got fucking axes.
They got weapons. Yeah. So, now, pick it up, man. We drive up in this huge rock bus. It was
the rock bus.
It was
big
like
motorhome. Huge. With the capability to transmit from it. It was like a rolling broadcast studio. It's a great thing, man. Big TV, PlayStation, all kinds of fun stuff in there. And we set up, raise the old boom, and start broadcasting.
Now we have to make the announcement. There's hundreds of our listeners, all with crazy weapons in their hands. Crazy.
And we send them out to find the turkeys.
Like they're going after Frankenstein.
Yeah, that's what it looked like.
No joke.
Pitchforks and
torches.
Like
they're going after Frankenstein.
Angry mob.
And, when you do these promotions, we have all sorts of listeners.
These are fucking people who think they're going out to murder their own turkey.
Right.
Patrice.
Only people.
Wait a minute. This is how fucking why I hate stupid motherfuckers.
Patrice, absolutely.
Under the guise of what? Like, why would you have to promote... You're going to kill turkeys, and you go, hey, kill your own turkey, keep it. Like, what, were you in charge of the land and the turkeys?
These are just people that wanted to kill stuff.
Right. So
that's who we got a crowd of.
Patrice, let me explain, though. We have a huge audience, obviously. This type of promotion got the crazy ones involved.
Just people that enjoy killing small animals.
These were the crazy people going, they're finally doing something for me.
For us.
And they showed up, hundreds of them. Hundreds. Like
precursor to the pest, by the way.
Yeah.
Motherfuckers, the pests were born in turkey hunting. That's where you were born.
Bunch of turkey killers.
Turkey killers.
I don't want to... Most people have figured it out by now, but I don't want to give it away yet. So we're outside the rock bus with our microphones, looking cool like DJs. Hey, you guys ready to catch your own turkey? And they're all screaming and waving their
They're out there.
Instruments
the
of
first
destruction.
few should be about 50 yards away from the rock bus. You guys now go, everybody, go get your... and they're running like
catch your own turkey.
in the known the very popular Framingham, Massachusetts turkey field.
Yeah.
Well, we said
turkey fields of Framingham.
What the fuck is this? No, that's a pheasant. I don't want no fucking pheasant.
We said there's turkeys out there.
Turkeys.
So
there's turkeys.
There's turkeys out there, motherfucker.
So Aunt and I wait till they see what we did, and we're laughing because we're known for our pranks,
The first guy that comes back.
So all of a sudden it starts to hit these people as they're out in the field, and they're an eighth of a mile out there. They're far from the rock bus now, and all of a sudden they start finding paper turkeys.
You ever see the turkeys that you use as centerpieces on Thanksgiving?
Right.
They unfold, and they got the big paper tail.
I thought you were going to have them already dead, and I was thinking dead and frozen.
Not even frozen.
Here's the bit, though, but we couldn't explain it because it would ruin the whole thing. You would catch your own turkey, meaning you'd find one of these paper turkeys, you bring it back, we give you a gift certificate for a frozen turkey at whatever the food store was.
But they didn't even wait to hear that shit.
One guy, I remember coming back, holding this paper turkey like Sergeant Hartman was holding Private Pyle's donut. Like when he's like, what is this? He's holding it between his thumb. Yeah. Arlie Ermy holding that jelly donut between his thumb and pointer finger, and he's just holding it, and he's got like a shovel with a spike through it or some shit, and he's like, yo, dude, what the fuck is this?
Dude.
Hey, that's a turkey. Now you get a frozen turkey there.
Fuck that.
Fuck, I came here to fucking get a fucking turkey, motherfucker.
He was the first guy back.
Oh, boy.
And then I came here to kill a turkey, is what you
he
said.
didn't want a turkey. And he wanted to kill a turkey.
And you understand, mob mentality and stuff.
Yep. Yeah.
You could feel the whole crowd completely
changing. As they all start coming back from the woods.
Yeah, and you feel the energy going, this is not
like
good.
Zombies. It was Night of the Living Dead. We saw one, it's like, and then they all slowly start coming back to the rock bus, and we're like, all right, board it up. Board up the doors!
Dude, no joke. We run back into the rock bus, the entire staff of AF, right? And winter came early that year, by the way.
Certainly did.
So there was ice and snow all over the place.
It was around Thanksgiving, so up there, that is winter.
Yeah, okay. Ben, you remember this. Well, so listen.
You guys were fucking geniuses. Framingham. Well, Patrice is from Massachusetts.
Yeah,
too.
he knows Framingham.
So we know.
So Turkey Fields of Framingham.
Don't say that, though.
Who the fuck came up with this, Bruce?
It was like almost on the campus of Framingham University.
Yeah, we didn't say that. We just said we were going to let these turkeys loose, and you go and catch them. Meaning, there's turkeys out there, right? So
yeah.
So now we're in the rock bus, and we hear the first ice ball hitting the rock bus.
Yeah, big chunk of ice hits the window.
We're broadcasting live still, like true soldiers, man. Now they start breaking the windows with ice balls.
Yeah.
No, dude,
this is serious.
Dude,
we're in the back.
We'll be back right after this. Hold on, please.
There were different sections of the rock bus. There was the section where the driver would be. There was the middle section, which was set up for like interviews. There was a table and a kitchen area. Then there was a instrument area where all the goods were.
Is this like a school bus or a tour bus thing?
It's a tour bus.
Big tour bus. And then a back area, which was like usually for swag storage and fucking groupies and getting chicks naked.
And Fred Durst is still with you?
We interviewed him that day. To be honest with you, I'm not really sure if he was in the rock bus when the craziness started.
Yeah, I think
really
he left before it really got bad.
And how many people? About 100?
100?
Yeah, there were
More?
hundreds.
Hundreds of turkey killers.
And not all of them getting crazy, obviously,
but enough.
A good majority
Breaking
of
the
them.
windows. We're in the
and
back.
now they have these weapons too, so they start hitting the fucking rock bus with their weapons and bats, and they start
and now they're shaking it back and forth. We're in the back now,
under a table.
You're looking at
under a
like
table,
chopping tires so you don't drive away.
I know, yeah. We're in the back. You hear windows breaking as we're trying to be professional and still broadcast.
Under a table, and we're screaming because we have a PA system.
It sounded like a 911 call.
Don't you get it? If you have a paper turkey, you get a frozen turkey.
You get the frozen turkey. Please don't
the frozen turkey.
Get away from the rock bus.
We're gonna give you a turkey, motherfucker. We want the blood too, nigga.
When that didn't work, it was just pure self-preservation.
Move away from the rock bus or you will be arrested. You will be arrested.
And then we're like, calm down. Everybody will get a prize. Just calm down.
Okay, people, you've taught us a valuable lesson on hack radio, okay?
And unfortunately, the cops got involved to calm everybody down.
Disperse the crowd so we could drive away in a rock bus that took about $14,000 in repairs. Good times.
And this was the station's pride and joy, this rock bus.
Oh,
they loved it. Pride and joy. And we limp it back to the station.
Remember Otto used to like wash and wax it and everything? The whole station was so proud of the paint job on it.
That flat tire was going clunk, 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 clunk.
The radiator pulls up. Well, another promotion done. Poof.
Looked like a bus going to a Grateful Dead show.
It was awful.
Oh, my God.
Yeah. That was where we were really learning. We were learning our craft.
The first maniac is the one that found the dude.
Well, we learned.
He came back. Dude, what the fuck?
What is that?
And then we went, uh-oh.
I wanted a fucking turkey.
I want a fucking turkey. I'm trying to fucking test out my butt, you fucking...
Actually, it was a learning process, because then we realized you can't do this stuff to the listeners. You got to get them on your side and then do it to the other people, other radio stations.
Now let the listeners enjoy what it's like to
Why
fuck
are we
people
beating up
over?
our own listeners?
Right.
And that was the lesson you learned that day?
Light bulb.
Oh, without a doubt. Like,
Bing.
Wait, a minute. These guys love us.
Could you imagine the listeners in the bus with us looking out the window at poor fucks going, what the fuck is this? The listeners would love it, being part of it. So then we brought them in.
Was there no precedent at the time that said, don't do that to your listeners? Was there any mentor that you guys had?
I don't remember any real riots like that were against the hosts.
We just didn't give a shit.
Yeah.
We just didn't give a shit.
You think we didn't give a shit.
And they knew it. The management of the station knew it. But the ratings were getting so good, they didn't know what to do. Let's say hi to Greg on Long Island. Greg, what's up?
Yeah, hi. The only thing I hate about you reminiscing or saying about all of these, skits and everything is that it's so difficult for you or anybody to come up with these ideas in the first place, and then you only do it once, and then you let it go, and you
you can't quite do it again.
You can't
you don't want to beat it into the ground, but
no, you can't do bits that they already know the outcome to.
Yeah.
Right.
If we do the turkey bit again, people are like, oh, this is the turkey bit they've talked about. And honestly, we've talked about the turkey thing many times on our show.
In the wilds of Central Park.
Yeah, so we come up with other bits all the time. I mean, our Twitchell's bit from yesterday is going viral. It's all over the internet today. The video of him slapping the shit out of himself.
Just to come up with one recent example is when you put stuff out on the street and you were yelling down at the ones that were picking them up and stuff. I mean,
the stupid company was I don't know. They were signing Oprah, so they got paranoid, and they took that bit away from us. So that's the only bit, by the way, they've taken away from us.
I know. We loved it.
And we absolutely loved it. We're going to try to get that one back.
The lawyers got involved.
I can't even tell you how many bits you come up with that you don't even do. You know, like Opie says, oh, we could go down to the theater and do this and do that and go see the movie and whatever.
Sir, if I could be honest,
you never do it.
Right, if I could be honest with you, though, if we went through all of our tapes of old shows, we constantly did that. We'd bring up things and go, yeah, let's do this, and then never did them.
Do you understand when you're a creative person, you come up with hundreds and hundreds of things you never do?
Yeah, you just throw it against the wall.
Like, think of your favorite band. You don't want, they came up with all sorts of stuff that they never actually recorded because then they're like, you know what? I don't know. I don't know if that's going to be our stairway to heaven.
You come up with a bunch of stuff, you do one or two of them, and you move on, and you're constantly coming up with stuff. But we'd love to do the sidewalk thing again.
Yeah.
That'd be cool.
But that's my point, though, that, there's a couple of times that you say, we had nothing for the show today. That would have been perfect time to come up with,
sir, you're talking old school now. I mean, I can't remember the last time we've had nothing for a radio show.
Yeah. Well, we've joked about.
I'm saying, maybe you had an hour to kill or something,
right.
and
I think personally, and I haven't even discussed it with Opie, but I could see us doing the 55-gallon drum challenge again sometime soon.
Another perfect example.
Sometime soon.
Yeah.
I think that'd be a good thing to do.
We got a few ideas.
Because it's clean. It's dirty, but I mean it's good. It's nice.
See, and he's referring to going to see Brokeback Mountain as a show, and then it was just stupid.
When we saw the movie, it turned out
I didn't see the movie.
It wasn't really a movie that you could take a bunch of our listeners to and it would be fun.
Right.
It was really kind of a long, drawn-out movie.
Right.
It was a love story.
Of the fuck scene, I mean, our crowd would have been,
I'll tell you a bit we're gonna
asses off. But
I'll tell you a bit we're gonna do soon because we've been talking about this in the back office. We want to get some desperate girls in here that really need money really badly.
Money Snatch.
And a version of Money Snatch, which involves mousetraps.
Yeah.
We're going to start recruiting girls for that in the very near future. We need the desperate ones.
How about trying to get a pregnant girl to deliver on the air?
We did it. We tried.
Yeah, but it never happened, though.
Yeah, we did
and that was years ago. You could rehash that one.
We did it.
This is Captain fucking Precise.
I know.
Jesus, nigga. How much did you want?
All right.
You know what I like? Girl smoking cigarette out of vag.
Yeah, that was
Remember
cool.
her?
That was cool.
That was good. You know what I liked? Girl launching bottle rocket out of Snatch.
Danny's got a brand new idea.
Danny! What did he come in and run away for then?
No, he emailed me this idea the other day.
How's the bald spot on your pubes?
Well, I really didn't take too much off.
You didn't? Just a little off the top, sir?
Exactly. It looked like a lot more than it actually was.
Just the frizzy split ends?
Exactly. Precisely.
I don't think you've ever shaved down there.
His real hair looks like pubic hair.
Yeah. You ain't kidding. Believe me.
Danny's hair is drier than ball sack hair.
That was Twitchell's.
Terrible.
Twitchell's used Danny's pubes yesterday and smacked his face with it. And then he was going...
Danny, would you like to tell everyone your idea?
Okay.
All right.
Well, I can't get enough of that Deal or No Deal with Howie Mandel.
Right.
So I was thinking we can get some homeless people in here and play something called Meal or No Meal. And instead
Based on the name alone, it's a winner.
It certainly is.
I mean, obviously we wouldn't have $1 million prize. Instead, the top prize would be a meal at a nice restaurant, maybe like the Red Eye Grill down the block. It's a nice place.
Uh-huh.
And that would be the top prize.
You can't send the homeless to the Red Eye Grill.
Why not? It's fancy.
Just give them money for McDonald's.
But it's got to be like that. Money for McDonald's can be a prize too, but one of the lower ones.
Yeah. Well, I was thinking even lower than that. I mean,
really?
Like a can of Coors Light. You know.
Well, that's probably that. They probably appreciate that. Well, so what would be like the lowest prize? A penny?
Oh, like a comb or something.
A comb,
you know?
something completely useless.
Something that a homeless person wouldn't even want.
Right.
You know,
a pair of new underwear.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that could be
socks. Exactly.
Well, if Keith the Cop wants to play Meal or No Meal with us, we could do that one.
And then the top prize, dinner at a really nice restaurant, because that's like $1 million to them.
They want cold hard cash, though. I say you go cold hard cash. You know, like a 10 spot.
You gotta make it the homeless guy's version of $1 million. $10 ain't that.
$100.
100 ain't that.
100's that. 100's that.
A night at the Four Seasons.
They're not gonna. They don't want that.
Yeah, that's the thing about meal. They
don't
you ever
want
try to
that
give a homeless
shit.
person food?
They get mad at you.
Get the fuck out of here, man! My stomach's all tore up. Like, maybe Don Perignon, like a really good bottle of
that
of
doesn't
some
even
kind.
matter to a homeless guy. I'm telling you,
Their
they just
stomach
want...
has to like be in. After you drinking fucking Manischewitz, if you drink like some great champagne, it's like your stomach must be like. It might up their pride, and they might want to just drink that.
Oh, now I'm going to have to get a job so I can afford this good stuff.
You never know.
They want cold hard cash or alcohol. That's it. Not expensive alcohol.
You don't think anyone eats?
We're going for food? Yeah, let's, all right, we should take a break. Hey, the Alzheimer's thing, that's what we're getting at.
Okay.
Old Bill. So another crazy thing that Anthony has done, he decided to call the Alzheimer's hotline.
And I wanted to see, because how many regular people get to see what goes on when somebody with Alzheimer's calls the Alzheimer's Crisis Center?
Right.
And is that for like somebody who knows they have it, or thinks like sometimes I think I have it when I just can't. I don't have the resources.
Name or something.
Nothing. Right. Where you just go, oh my god.
Blank out. I've been doing that since I've been like 7 years old, though, so I know it's just me. I get this part of my mind where if I had 2 seconds to think about it, I could get it. But on radio, you gotta because that's why I'm constantly going, that guy from that movie. You know, I can't pull it out my ass that fast.
All right, so it was two older ladies, Patrice, that were manning the hotline.
And poor old ladies, all they wanted to do was help this poor guy.
All they want to do is, in their spare time, do a little good, Patrice.
Do a little good, a little helpful work with the Alzheimer's patients.
And called as, they call my name... is Bill. Wait, they call my name...
They call my name's Bill.
Yeah, and he just wants to go to L.A. so he can eat at one dumb sushi restaurant.
Yeah, you know...
And I went there with him, and the place is amazing.
Yeah, now you wanted to do the L.A. trip just based on that.
He did.
But I heard you go, it would be nice to go to L.A.
He sold me on the concept, because this place is amazing.
For sushi.
You're not allowed to order anything.
Okay.
You got a sushi guy that's been doing sushi for like 50 years. All of L.A. knows this guy. I forgot his name. Norton will help us out, I guess. And he just serves you what he thinks you would want.
Mr. Fang Tang? Is it Chang Wang?
Sure, it's Shaka Boboto. I've
Wang?
been before.
Tommy Wang, Tony Chang, Tony Chang.
And you can't
fucking
Charlie
Chinese,
Chan.
Man. That's just racist, man.
And if you give him any,
Chinese
lip,
names, man.
I know.
You give him any lip, like
Yamamoto.
If you give him any lip, if you give him any lip. If you give him any lip.
Yeah.
Lip.
He's like the sushi Nazi.
I'm allergic to yellow. Shut up! I just thought,
he's like the soup Nazi.
That tuna is not my favorite. I just want to eat you.
He's the soup Nazi of sushi, yes. You do that shit, he kicks you out.
I feel we have awakened a sleeping tiger.
He kicked out Charlize Theron.
Not sushi for you.
Did he really?
He kicked out Charlize Theron.
Really?
And he's known for that now, because everyone whispers, he kicked out Charlize.
Why she asked for what she want?
Yeah.
How long?
His name is Harry Hanzo, by the way.
How is it?
Shut up.
How long before we have like fucking Al Qaeda pita places that all the Hollywood people go to? How long after a country ruthlessly attacks us do we become so friendly with them that we go to their restaurants?
I'm not sure they ruthlessly attacked us anymore, by the way.
Shut up, stupid! With that goddamn conspiracy.
No, I was just
I'm just saying. Just by the way, maybe.
Oh boy,
you know,
we went down this road.
If we get into this, I give it 10 minutes tops. 10 minutes tops. I am not going to sit here for an hour and debate this again.
This is what we will not be discussing today. American Idol, Bucky gets kicked off.
Good.
It's Crumbelievable.
No, we need it.
We had an
Crumbelievable.
We had an hour on It's Crumbelievable.
I love It's Crumbelievable.
No house promos today.
Crumbelievable.
No student cell phone protest that's going on.
The
cheese. It crumbs.
I will back off, and I'll just embrace my own
conspiracy ass motherfucker. Look, and what day is it? It's Thursday.
All right, listen.
We got a whole
Give
day.
me a stopwatch. Thank you. Yeah, we're gonna do. We'll do.
All right, keep it on the clock.
And notice how I say nothing again.
I keep it on the clock.
Why? You don't have a feeling about it?
It happened.
Ladies and gentlemen, it happened. Good night and good luck.
It happened. Pretty much how they told us it happened. How much did the president know? That's what I question.
How much?
Absolutely.
There are some gray areas here and there, but
as
that
far
gray area does not contain the fucking lunacy
of the conspiracy theorists.
That loose change fucking thing that you watched.
And
ate up and just blah, 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 blah. Oh, let me eat some more.
If you
that little 22-year-old white boy got your mind all fucked up.
I don't know, man. It's just not as.
Give me one thing. Start the clock.
It started already.
Give me one problem you have with the whole thing that you saw from this little feature.
No plane hit the Pentagon.
Okay, why?
No engine.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
It's very fair.
Keep going.
6,000 pounds apiece, those engines, right?
Yep.
No sign of them.
Mm-hmm.
Titanium.
Bullshit. They found them. There's pictures. There's fucking evidence.
No pictures.
No, bullshit. That thing you watched is full of just fabricated bullshit. Bullshit.
There's a picture.
They found pieces of the engine. Do you know I personally looked at the photographic evidence, not just fucking photographic evidence from the Pentagon.
There's
engine
none.
sections. They match the engines of a 757 blueprint, which I personally looked at.
Ready? No,
yes.
There was no. First of all,
where did that plane go then?
I'm going to tell you why I'm open to think it might have been a conspiracy.
Okay.
Because we'll go back and forth with, your pictures, my pictures, this, that, and the other.
Your pictures are bullshit.
Why is your pictures real?
Because I have 20,000 pictures that show different angles, different everything, and not the wing marks covered by the foam from the firefighters. Oh yeah, the picture you looked at, there are wing imprints.
And there's no fucking wing that goes through the building.
Yes, there are.
There are. We can't argue when you're saying there are, and I'm saying there isn't.
Patrice,
your pictures show it with the firefighter foam in the way.
I can tell you why I believe it could be. Okay? And there's only thing. That the government could have something to do with it.
All right, go ahead.
Okay?
I am willing to listen.
To get into a fictitious, I use Fat Boy's terminology, to get into a war that is bullshit. And we're starting to believe that this is a bullshit war, aren't we?
The Iraqi war?
The Iraqi war.
The Afghani war?
No, the
Iraqi war,
the
yes,
Iraqi
bullshit.
War.
Bullshit.
To get into a bullshit ass, what's the only way you could really justify the whole country backing you to get into a fucked up war? Now, it happened in World War II, by the way. Now, the only wars we've been in that I know about, I don't know how World War I, how we got into that, but World War II, we were not going to
Remember the name.
We were not going to get into World War II until the fucking Japs hit. Now, the Jews were getting killed for about two to 3 years before we even got involved in World War II. And we wasn't going to get involved until the Japs killed 2,500 soldiers.
Yeah.
Which made the country galvanize to go, fuck it, we're in this. What other way historically, unless we're involved with the Russians, and all the other wars were in every other war after World War II was just us being involved with the Russians, meaning
it was all commie shit.
It was us not fighting. It was really a war between us and Russia, but we were using other motherfuckers.
We can't fight each other.
That was the Afghani war. That was Korean war. That was Vietnam.
Yeah,
all of that bullshit. But this war here. The only way that we will be able to, that the president or whatever will be able to justify going into Iraq the way we did it was if the whole country was fucked up over some event. So I'm just saying
No.
Not to offend anybody's family, but I'm saying that I think maybe the 3,000 people that died during World Trade Center was collateral damage so that they can justify going to war. And
WMDs.
Right.
What's that?
Weapons of mass destruction. There was the reason.
But they had to use now. Wait, look what they're doing in Iran right now.
Okay.
Right.
Right.
Say what I do.
With how easy it is for them to go. These motherfuckers are the new motherfuckers.
Right.
With 9/11 as a backdrop to our fear.
Uh-huh.
Do you understand what I'm saying?
9/11 is always going to be a backdrop to the fear.
Right.
You're right there. But we could have gone into Iraq at any moment. We had been, do you realize since the
Not
first...
with the backing
Hold
of
on.
the country.
Yes, with enough backing.
No.
And let me tell you something else.
The country's like, what the
Let me
fuck
tell you.
now?
Let me tell you a little secret.
Go ahead.
We don't need the fucking backing of the country to go to war in this country.
You do.
No, you don't.
You fucking
No,
you
you don't.
need a reason to go to war.
You need a reason. You don't need the backing of the country.
They didn't go into World War II.
They had
the fucking
a reason.
English. This is why the English hate us to this day, because we didn't go into World War II.
We want to stay out of it.
We wanted to stay out of it.
Wasn't our business.
And we think that we saved them. English is like, fuck America, because you didn't come when we needed you. You came with your own agenda. But they wouldn't go in there because Roosevelt, right, says, if we go to war and people think we're going to war, they're not going to stand for us going to war to protect Jews.
That's Roosevelt.
But
that's
Bush
that's
is
not
like,
every
we can't
president.
go into war for bullshit. So we have to make it's possible. And again, Osama bin Laden takes responsibility for everything he does, didn't take responsibility for the fucking planes.
He absolutely did. Bullshit. He did.
He never said
Yes,
I
he
had
did.
something to do with that. He said, fuck it. Good job, whoever fucking did it. But he never said he was involved.
Did you read the 9/11 Commission report?
No, nigga.
Read the motherfucker.
Anthony did.
Did you read it? Read that whole thing. It spells it out in such simple
But that's
terms.
like reading the other report for Kennedy. What's the other motherfucker?
The Warren
That's like
Commission's
read
report.
that and going, that's it right there.
It's nonpartisan. It's just they took the facts, they took interviews, they took tape security fucking shit of the guys, the terrorists,
and why do
walking into the fucking plane.
Why do we
they have that shit?
Why don't we plant the WMDs then?
Yeah.
If he needed the support of the country, wouldn't it have been a
Just
lot
plant
easier?
weapons of mass destruction in Iraq.
Why not?
How much more easier is that than killing people?
Enough.
Why was
The
Kuwait enough?
Holocaust wasn't
Why
enough to go to war.
Why was Kuwait enough? We were all rah rah rah, fucking go in for Kuwait. Who gave a shit? But
we went
American
in
flags
for
everywhere.
For protect. It was a different. We were going to protect. We weren't going offensively. You understand what I'm saying? We were going defensively, and we had to defend ourselves. That was the first fucking war.
Right.
Now, I'm not saying that, but we didn't just indiscriminately go into Iraq for our own shit. Now, I'm saying that you need a big reason to do, because right now, even conservatives, even motherfuckers who hate Bush or love Bush are like, oh man, this is some bullshit.
Yeah, the war's bullshit. It doesn't mean that the 9/11 was a conspiracy. They're two different fucking things.
You don't
do you
think there's
honestly
no one thing that could be?
Do you honestly think the government?
That fucked me up, dude.
No, that fucked you up because you were being misled. What's the problem with the building? What's the problem with the buildings coming down?
Them motherfuckers, okay, first of all, let me explain, like, that you're right about being or you can be swayed.
Yes, you can.
During the emotion of 9/11, it was like, you're not thinking, I'm a rational motherfucker, but I'm not rational enough to go, God damn, these buildings came down, look like they was tearing down Kaminsky Park with the way that shit, like the way it fell.
Right.
And then the thing on this loose change thing that no history, there is never in the history of all buildings have two fucking skyscrapers fell down.
Hey,
like
Patrice,
that,
by the way,
and a plane
there's
hit
never
the
been
fucking Empire State Building.
Yeah, no shit.
A B-52 bomb.
No, a B-29.
It was B-50.
It was not a B-52. It was
the numbers important?
Yes, it is.
Okay.
Very important. Very important.
But they had bombs on the motherfucker.
Big motherfucking plane.
And they had bombs on it. It hit the Empire State Building. And the Empire State Building was built in 1920 whatever. With the old school King
But
Kong was on
it's brick. That's what bricks a lot hard. The way the Trade Center
Brick is a lot
yes,
worse than what?
yeah,
Steel?
Steel, right.
Yes, absolutely.
Steel gets
Think about
affected
it.
by heat. And don't give me you need 3,000 degrees to melt the fucking beams in the Trade Center. You need enough heat to weaken the structure. That's what happened.
To weaken
it was
the top of the building, and it all comes crashing down
the fucking thing
like
broke.
dominoes.
The fucking buildings, and this proves it, the buildings came down, started their descent at the point the planes went in. That's why the second building that was hit fell first, because it was hit lower in the building, more weight above the fracture, and that's what brought that one down. You think they planned that shit out? You think they went in and planted fucking explosives while some guy is trying to sell stock? Bring.
Hello? Yeah, cell 23 Oh, hold on a minute.
Excuse me, what are you doing in my office? There's a problem with the air conditioner, and I have to plant some C4 in the motherfucker. Okay.
Yeah, so what I say is sell.
I'm not that delusional.
Metal buildings were not brought down. You're right in the history because fucking jet planes have never flown into them. We don't have a litmus test for what the fuck happened.
But what's the?
All right. No, we'll continue tomorrow.
10 minutes.
Done. That's it.
10 minutes.
And I got to tell you, I didn't get much time.
That's right. We didn't even get into the blueprints that he studies and everything.
But that's what I'm saying. It's not as easy as 10 minutes. You thought you would just discredit the whole thing in 10 minutes.
All right, final thought. My final thought.
Go ahead.
A lot of this propaganda shit on these conspiracy things are wrapped up in nice little web-based fucking little flash things that these 22-year-old assholes put together.
Mm-hmm.
In order to find out the truth, you need watch that. You need go on and do research about airplanes, about the Pentagon, about the buildings. Watch Discovery, the construction of the World Trade Center. Watch the takedown of the World Trade Center. Watch what happened to the floors, how the place was constructed. The exoskeleton was the major it's factor aside from the center
but it didn't
elevator.
It didn't fold in on itself. It's just
those cement floors
fucking fell.
Those cement floors were suspended by metal beams which spanned the entire width of the building. The second they got enough heat to bend, that fucking cement came down like pancakes.
Would it bring down
and
the rest
physics,
of the fucking building?
Yes, where is it supposed to go?
And
You
what
get
about the
tons
other
of shit,
building
hits
that
another
nothing
floor,
hit that
and
fell?
another. It did hit it. The fucking top of the World Trade Center hit the bottom of World Trade Center 7. It sat there and burned for a few hours and fell down.
The what? The what hit?
The top of one of the World Trade Center towers fell and hit the front of World Trade Center 7 and brought it down.
Here's what else. The last thing. Why is... I believe in conspiracies like a motherfucker. I believe, but
and don't believe the
only
puffs coming out the side of the building.
That's amazing. That's amazing.
You know what?
Listen,
you know what it is?
Even a motherfucker that doesn't believe in that shit like you can't believe that could have been. But my thing is, the only thing that I could say, Anthony, that bothers me about any conspiracy theories is the amount of people that would have to know about it. That's the only thing keeping me from going, yep, because a whole demolition...
And where are the people that were on the Pentagon plane that never hit the building? Where are they? Where the fuck are the people flight 93 that crashed into fucking the field?
But what plane crashed into the Pentagon?
Yeah, where are they?
Well, what plane? We don't even know what plane that is. What plane crashed into that? We know it took off.
What's the number? 11? I don't know.
There was no plane crash into that fucking thing.
But where are the people?
What about the fucking witnesses who were like the eighth explosion?
Let me tell you something.
The explosion downstairs. The explosion on the 8th floor.
A lot of that came after the building collapsed and people were in other locations. They heard an explosion. It was the tower falling. There were explosions. You know how many gas tanks were all around the building? You know how much mechanical equipment?
Did you see the loose change thing?
Yeah, I watched the entire thing.
There was a fucking reporter, when the building was still standing, go boom. Brian Gumble goes, there's another explosion. There's another one.
You don't think if this building set on fire, there'd be explosions?
No, not upstairs.
Fucking propane.
They don't have fucking propane where the offices are. It's offices.
I will show you a compressor with Freon in a refrigerator that will fucking explode.
Really? While you're standing a mile away, the fucking refrigerator explodes.
You don't
and
think...
your reporter goes, oh, Jesus, that refrigerator, man, oh, man.
You don't think there was anything in the World Trade Center that was explosive?
Yes.
In the basement. Generator fuel.
On the 8th floor.
How about generator fuel?
Explosions. You know what kind of fucking a generator doesn't just explode. Those things aren't made of gas. They're made of fucking wires.
Well, you know something? You show me the report of what happens to a building when a 757 hits it, and compare it to what happened. Because you know something? I don't think we have
to withstand a fucking a tsunami for 100 years, a hurricane at 200 miles an hour winds for 100 years, just continuously blowing. That it could have withstood that. The way those buildings both came down, the way they came down that day, it's just it never happened ever, except for 9/11.
You're insane if you even think the government was conspiring on this.
All right, you think
it
so?
happened.
Yes.
You know why this happened?
Right.
There are a group of people that hate us, hate our way of life, and actually planned this since 1996 and got us. They fucked us in the ass, and we feel so badly that we were gotten that we're trying to figure out some other fucking way that it happened.
One more question.
Oh, yes, sir.
Oh, no.
Yes, sir.
How come there's not been another... and it could be that maybe if we didn't have anything to do with it, that we knew that the plan was going down and let the plan go down.
No,
is that possible?
I don't think that.
Because with all that chatter that we hear now, we didn't hear then.
I think they were smart enough and we were careless enough. We blew off a lot of shit that we shouldn't have. You read that report. Read the fucking 9/11 Commission report. It goes into everything, the planning of these guys in Germany, flying in the terrorists, where the money came from. There's a paper trail that says these motherfuckers did this. It's all there. I mean, every bit of the story is there. It plays out like a fucking movie, and we were careless for not.
And the fact that every other day they're like, we just foiled another attempt.
Well, we stepped
Is
it
there
up.
a possibility that they could have heard about it, said, look, we let this go. If this happens, we can go to war.
All right, let me ask you something. Who's we? Because we would then have to include the fucking FAA, the security person at the desk that allowed Mohammed Atta to go through when he showed up on a computer, the other guy that didn't get through. So all these people were planted there on these days. Where are they today?
If you told Iraq, hey man, listen, if his job was security, and you go, look man,
yeah, but why aren't
Muhammad Atta's coming through today?
Wait,
not one guy's
let the guy go through,
but not one guy's talking.
No one's talking.
Not one guy.
So where's the guy coming through going?
This
guy, he let him
you
through.
would never, if you was doing a conspiracy, right? If it was a conspiracy here, the fact that people are very apt to just follow directions. Come on, let's be honest. No, everybody are penguins, man. They'll just follow your directions. If you and Opie just decided we're gonna do something fucked up, it would be so easy for you to go to Ben. Hey Ben, do this. Then Ben to go do that, and just continue to defer.
But you don't think when
that no one would ever know.
You don't think when that fucked up thing happened that we were planning that all of them would kind of come together and go, dude, that was kind of a fucked up thing they did. Why would they?
Cause they don't know. Like fucking Dan wouldn't know if he did something fucked up for a larger conspiracy. All he did was go, okay.
Why was Moussaoui arrested then? Why was he fucking arrested?
He was
arrested in August before September 11th. Why not let him go? He was part of the plan. He was part of the fucking plan. Why not let him go through?
I don't know what happened to him.
Yeah, well, they arrested him on immigration charges because he was trying to fly a fucking simulator and told the guy that was flying, I don't want to learn how to do. You teach me that. And got so belligerent that the guy called the fucking cops. The guy called the cops and said, I got this motherfucking Arab that's learning how to fly. He don't want to know shit. He's a horrible pilot. He just wants to know how to fly shit, and I'm a little suspect.
And I've done my own research. I've asked a few pilots during comedy shows, can you learn how to fly a fucking plane, a 757 plane, into a building without flying for years? He's like, no, you cannot. As a pilot, any fucking pilot, a simulator can't teach you how to fucking fly.
They had enough training in small aircraft and in simulators. The fucking plane. All you need to know is the autopilot. All you need to know once you're in the air is how to work the fucking autopilot.
Set the autopilot
and you,
for the World Trade Center.
You can fucking fly the plane. They had GPS. They knew exactly how to get there. It's a clear fucking day. You ever look out the window from Boston to fucking New York? You know exactly where you are at any given fucking moment.
To fucking precisely fly a fucking jumbo jet into the building. This is shit that my own rationale.
I could direct a fucking plane with the autopilot. Autopilot is the easiest thing to say.
Are there any pilots who fucking... Are there any of those 747 pilots?
Clearest day ever, September 11th.
Fucking know how to... Son of a bitch.
Then someone had to fly it into the
That's what
building.
I'm saying, that it wasn't as easy as these goofy motherfuckers. I don't give them that much credit.
Apparently
That's
it
my
was.
problem.
We got beat up and we want to blame it on someone else. No, the truth is we got beat up.
You were able to talk a bunch of regular pilots to do it on the same day?
Yeah.
No,
someone flew it into the freaking World Trade Center.
They weren't these goofy...
But who did it then?
Goofy plan.
You got two guys...
It was a goofy plan. It was a great plan. Those motherfuckers planned that
fucking
shit.
country without somebody knowing about it. I just think...
I know a lot of people know about it. We dropped the ball. We fucked up.
Wait a minute. You think... Okay. All right. And this is it for me.
Okay.
You think that Dick Cheney and Bush and all this shit's coming out, that they some fucked up motherfuckers? You think they were fucked up motherfuckers... That 9/11 kind of fell into some fucked up motherfuckers' hands like, ooh, goody, we can be as fucked up as we really are. Like, thank you, 9/11. Like, you don't think they was going to be fucked up without 9/11, but 9/11 happened to fall right into their hands so they could be the fucked up motherfuckers we know they are now.
And you're telling me they started planning it before they even got into office, hoping over hope that they win the election and everything, because this shit was being planned before he even got into office.
It's possible, man, because his daddy was dealing with that situation.
I have no doubt that they, would exploit something like that.
After the fact, the exploitation, that isn't even a conspiracy.
I have no doubt about that.
Yes, he's exploiting it to this day.
I have no doubt about that.
But whether they were involved or not, and especially as directly as that stupid loose change fucking documentary show, docu-bullshit shows, is so preposterous. I used the analogy already. If I roll up a little piece of paper and you turn your head and I say, I'm going to shoot this into the cup, and I throw it, and then I say, look, Patrice, it's in the cup. You make the assumption I threw it in the cup. Or you can make the assumption that I threw it off this wall, it bounced 1,000 fucking times, and landed in the cup.
Right.
You're believing the second of the two. That I fucking threw this thing. No, the easy answer is, I fucking threw it, and it hit the cup. That's it. You're going so off base.
That's a good analogy, but say, your whole plan, you was a fucked up guy, and a fucked up plan was unfold. You wanted to do something fucked up, and it's like it depended on that thing going in the cup.
Right.
That thing went in the cup, and you're like, holy shit! Now I can do the fucked up shit I wanted to do. They're fucked up guys.
They exploited what's going on.
Yeah, I have no problem believing that.
Plan it.
And I have no problem believing they may have
let it happen.
I have no problem believing they may have known some things, but
thank you very much. Known some things. I can't fucking.
But
I'm just going
what
with
were those
bullshit.
things, and could they have stopped them? We might have been right. We might have been caught with our pants down so bad that they could have even known this was going to happen. Go, holy shit! How the fuck do we stop?
Here's what they knew. They knew something was going down. They knew around what.
Shit.
They knew around what time. They knew that aircraft might be involved. This is all shit that different agencies that never fucking talk to each other.
Stop that.
And they couldn't stop it.
Probably not.
You believe they couldn't stop it if they knew about it?
Hey, Patrice, let's say later this afternoon, somewhere in this city, a bomb will go off.
Mm-hmm.
Go find it.
That's not a right analogy, though.
It is, too.
Somewhere in this city.
Okay, 10 other people know. I'm not going to tell you who they are.
Somewhere in this city, there's a bomb on a taxi.
Okay.
Ready?
Right.
The head of taxi people can go.
Oh my God!
Taxis.
Now you're delusional.
No, you can't stop the fucking taxi.
They don't know the day. They don't know even if.
You know what that does?
Stop the taxis.
You know what that does to our economy? Stopping flights.
They would have had does to my dead body.
They would have They would have had to ground the fleet 20 times since 9/11 if we played by those rules already. They would have had to ground the entire fleet of aircraft 20 times.
So what are you
We've been
saying?
on alert. I'm saying that we live in a risky fucking world because there's animals out there that want to kill us.
Fair enough.
They definitely.
But they didn't hear about nothing like this.
Dude, the insurance companies, everybody weighs the risks all the time.
No, I'm not arguing with that, Opie. I'm saying...
But you'd make it sound like it's easy, like, well, obviously something might go down with planes, so let's just ground all flights until further notice. That ain't happening ever.
They did after it happened.
Well, they had no choice. I mean,
Why they ain't got no choice before it happens? Do you see what I'm saying? It can be done. It can be done.
No, because afterwards, everyone's like, holy crap.
Exactly.
But before that...
Fucking collateral damage,
all right,
dude. You need something like that
Patrice, I'm not gonna,
to be fucked up.
Patrice, I'm not going to allow you to win that point. So after the towers went down, right, and security got ridiculous, right?
Right.
We all were like, hey, this is cool. We got to do this now. We all understand that. A few months went by. People were like, this is fucking bullshit. I'm going to be fucking late, blah, blah, blah. They forget really fast.
Right.
That's why you can't do it before. You can't just ground flights before. People would lose their fucking minds.
You notice
they had nothing to base it on.
Ain't any guys at the airports anymore with the machine guns and everything.
No.
We're all getting complacent together.
We're all understanding right after it happened, and then some time goes by, like, I gotta wait in that fucking line? You know?
Right.
But October 1st, you were waiting in that fucking line, and you were pretty happy to do it.
So now, the fact that, we're just radio people right now having a discussion.
We are experts. We got microphones in front of us.
That's fucking funny. And you just have human instinct, and you understand human instinct, right? You don't think the government, who pays $1 million to just study all type of goofy shit, knows that what you just said is an occurrence, and and that's what they want to do. These things, shut down airports, control a little more. So you need an event like 9/11 to continue, just like the Arabs are continue to use 9/11. This is what makes me suspicious. They continue. If I punch you in the eye 10 years ago, right, and you're scared of me like that, and every year I threaten to punch you in your fucking eye, you eventually gonna go, nigga, you know what? Punch me in the eye again, because you starting to. I'm living with that same bullshit. The Arabs continue to use this 9/11 threat. But if I'm a bad motherfucker, I keep doing shit. Not keep saying, everybody's using 9/11 fear, which means that they're impressed with what went down. They're more impressed with what went down.
They blew up the USS Cole before that?
Yeah,
that was Al-Qaeda.
Shit. They went from goofy, regular shit to super duper fucking destruction.
Yeah, because they figured out a little weakness and said, hey, let's try this plan. And it fucking worked.
Osama's like, okay, if you got like, say, take the radio, right? You thinking of, like, one of your... When you was thinking of the turkey shit, was any little... Was you thinking of, hey, let's have roach counting during that shit? You motherfuckers was planning Turkey Day. So you think while I'm planning 9/11, I go, hey, Jim, while we doing this, go drive that boat up into the cold. You think they doing that? Them motherfuckers, that's all they doing is thinking of 9/11. Osama bin Laden was thinking of blowing up, doing whatever happened during this 9/11 shit. It surprised everybody like that. It went down like that, but it didn't surprise somebody. Somebody knew about this motherfucking shit.
A few people
knew
pieces, bits and pieces.
And you got to think they were thinking about all sorts of ways to get us. They probably had other plans that they never went with because it didn't make sense. Or what?
A plane had never been hijacked by terrorists?
I'm saying if that is your thing. Okay, remember
it turned out to be their thing.
Remember the blind guy they arrested? Yeah. Who they was gonna blow up like 13 jets in like where was it, Korea or some shit? They were gonna blow 13 jets up in Korea. And the guy that tried to blow up the World Trade Center the first time.
Yeah, with the truck.
That's the type of shit they do. That's the type of shit I give them credit for doing.
But see,
I don't give them credit for what happened.
They got all pissed off. Once you have a plane, now you got a weapon.
That sounds like some shit we'll do. It don't sound like some shit they'll do.
There really isn't enough motivation.
Motherfuckers.
Session's over.
How long was that?
That was a lot longer than 10.
Motherfuckers.
It was.
Yeah, that Turkey Day got you though.
Don't throw away. It was unbelievable because of that. Don't throw away. No, don't smash Unbelievable.
We're coming back with Crumbelievable.
I get it. Hey, that loose change got me excited. I'm sorry.
We had the guy in the air, and
y'all tore him a new asshole.
Oh, these guys did. I was
I missed that
observer.
All right, I'm ready for Crumbelievable.
Ridiculous.
And Jimmy was sort of like, this is interesting. By the end of that conversation, Jimmy was not believing shit.
Really?
Yeah.
All right.
You made me miss one of the girls getting out of the shower on Pal Talk.
Listen,
Thanks.
don't blame me, motherfucker. You like talking about it, too.
Yeah, I know.
You sons of bitches. Blame me for not. You blame me for not. Shut that fat nigger up. 9/11. You motherfucker.
I can't wait for your take on the school walkout on the cell phone thing.
Oh, yeah, that's a good one, too.
Let's see
Saw
how
that on the news
I want to see how you spin this one. I want to see how you spin this fucking story.
All right.
Students leaving school because they want their cell phones.
Somebody should smack every one of them.
Oh, my God. We got lots of, well, I'm going to say it again. House promos. It's Crumbelievable. American Idol talk. Student cell phone protest. And teen's life ruined by teabagging.
We got plenty of time.
No one's going to Top Tracks now.
I promise you, no more candidates for Patrice today.
I'm, whatever. The conspiracy thing I hate it. There's a conspiracy thing for everything now.
Yeah.
Everything. I guess it started with the JFK for the most part.
Yeah.
But then the moon landing and everything else.
You believe that moon landing thing? I believe that they I believe they landed on the moon. But I'm saying there's people that don't believe. There's people that really don't believe that they landed on the moon.
We landed on the moon.
I believe we landed on the moon.
And it's Anthony's same.
I thought I'd say that.
Yeah. And it's Anthony's theory all over again, too. You know how many people would have to be involved in that conspiracy? And not one guy talked on his deathbed? Not one fucking guy. Said, you know what? I'm checking out. I might as well be the one that blows it up. I got really good info.
It was fake. I took
Here's the memos, and I actually took video of the set. Why not? Not one guy comes forward.
Come on.
The conspiracy thing is fun for a little while, and then you realize, oh, boy.
It's just crap.
And the conspiracy guys have fucked up the JFK thing. There are so many theories out there now, it's just completely watered down. You don't know what the fuck is real and what's not anymore.
I think Lee Harvey did it with that bolt action rifle, and I think he hit him point blank twice.
Yeah. Have you ever gone to Dealey Plaza?
No.
Do you play Dallas ever? Next time you play Dallas, go to Dealey Plaza and hang out for the afternoon. There are guys selling conspiracy theories all day long. Ones that don't get the spotlight like the ones we all know and love. And people selling this book and this pamphlet and this, and I got proof of this. And everybody that happened to be there that day, they hang out there every afternoon because they want to be stars in their own right. Mm-hmm. The people that are still alive, well, they'll show you pictures. You see this person? That was me. And I'm selling this pamphlet.
They're stars.
It's unbelievable. It's worth going to the next time you're in Dallas to just don't hang out there for 15 minutes and get your stupid photo on the X where he got killed.
Right.
Do that like everyone else, but hang out, sit on the grass, and just take it all in. It's an unbelievable experience. And you realize it's so watered down now, we'll never find out what really happened that day.
You got HBO on demand, Patrice?
Yeah.
Watch. It's on there. It's called The Hamburg Cell. It's all about.
I saw that came on.
Yeah.
Yeah. I didn't see it though, but
watch it.
What is that about?
That's what happened. It's about the plot from the time they thought it up.
I saw a little bit of it. It was so boring out of my mind.
Yeah,
but,
you know,
how Atta they humanize Atta as just a lost kid like that.
Well, the pilot that went into into Pennsylvania is kind of the focal point of it, and how he changed from just some dopey kid to one of these nutty terrorists. But
you gotta be a lost soul. In the end.
You see, how about the guy that drove into the kids at North Carolina, I think it was, just drove into a crowd of kids and tried to kill them, right? Mm-hmm. Reason I'm saying that is that really is what they do. That is what they do.
But just watch this because it kind of shows how it's possible. It is, and it's much more possible than any of these friggin' theories.
Right. Let's leave it there for now, please.
Please.
Do we have the Wheelchair Fred thing to bring the funny back into the freaking show? We were talking about Wheelchair Fred earlier. we don't have to re-explain it, but this is the bit we were going to play, but we ran out of time. So check this out, and we'll bring lots of funny to the program next. We're going to get into some idle talk for a few minutes here.
Idle chatter.
A reminder,
Should be a
everyone,
segment.
we're hitting the road. We're going to be in Boston all weekend. You'll see us wandering around town, and then we're going to do a broadcast on Monday at Bill's Bar on Lansdowne Street. It's Marathon Monday in Boston. We're going to be up there hanging.
Yes.
We have absolutely nothing planned for this radio show in Boston.
Have we gotten our guest list? Because I've seen some of the guests from the guest list. Is it true?
Marinino?
Is one of the guests I saw on there true?
Well, first of all, we're gonna, Well, first of all, we're gonna hope that Opie doesn't punch anyone this Marathon Monday.
All right. I think last time we attended the marathon, there was almost a little brawl.
Ben.
I'm sorry. I've been listening to the old Opie tapes the last couple nights. What a psycho Opie used to be.
I love that you could say used to be.
Well, I mean, you're a lot calmer than you used to be. There's a whole Steve Kingston-like section on OA Virus.
I don't doubt it. There were plenty of hours dedicated to him.
Well, last night I took the privilege of listening to the Eminem tape where Opie called him the worst program director in America like 25 times.
That was where we broke the Eminem
CD we thought we were going to get shot
before the release date.
Yeah. We made MTV on that one.
Yeah. Well, K-Rock was going to break the... they were going to be the first one to debut it, and they had like a time and everything like that the record company allows you to broadcast it, and you're not allowed to before that. So we had gotten a bootleg copy and threw it on the air and go, no, we're debuting it. Here it is.
They were going to do an Eminem weekend.
Yeah, Eminem weekend where they play the CD, and we just, boom, throw it on and blew up their spot, and Kingston was really pissed. And
then you read the cease and desist.
Yeah, we got a cease and desist sent over. So I read the cease and desist with, I believe, a musical background of the CD that we weren't supposed to be playing.
You got a sentence in, and Opie just hit the button, shut your mic off. It was pretty funny.
He shut my mic off as I'm reading this legal document and just started playing the CD.
But every day, Ben's like, have you been to OAVirus.com to hear how much of an asshole you used to be?
Dude, you were such a dick.
He gets so excited. I'm like, Ben,
of course he does.
I have a tough time listening to the old tapes.
Oh, God. Funny stuff.
I still have it in me. I just kind of control it for special occasions.
Yes.
Yes, gag.
Waiting.
Gag.
All right.
And, no, we have some people that we're just waiting on some confirmations, but actually we're going to have some real
Do we ever try to approach Jim Cook again? We're up in Boston.
Yeah, we should. Call him up and see if he wants to do our show.
I've seen him. He's back in the commercials again. Like they got him on the Sam Adams commercials.
Yeah,
and everything. And it's kind of, I think I'd like to start building a relationship.
Are we going to have an uncomfortable interview with Spalding again from Caddyshack?
Actually, he called me. He wants to come.
Tell Spalding, stay at home, Spalding.
And we'll get Spalding.
Nah, get Spalding. We like Spalding.
So we could ask him the exact same questions as last year.
He's doing some sort of documentary about himself that he's going to film for. That's what he told me.
Who cares what Spalding's doing?
He's
nothing personal. I like the guy, and the character's hysterical, but you look on IMDb, and it says Spalding. That's it.
That's it.
John Barman. That's his name.
Yep.
No, his name's Spalding.
Spalding.
All right.
You're playing golf today.
There's actually a couple people that have done our show. They're kind of big stars. They're going to be in town that weekend. We're just waiting for...
Oh, yeah, so I punched some guy...
Mary Ann's.
At Mary Ann's during Marathon Monday.
Sucker punched. It was great.
Sucker punched him in front of all our fans.
and then the fans proceeded to grab him, pummel him, and throw him out the door. He was being a wise ass. He was being a Weisenheimer.
He was being a real dick.
Yeah. And he fell right into your trap. He's yelling things.
And I'm sizing him up because I just needed to hit him so bad, and we're live on the air. And he's saying these things across a table, pretty wide table.
Yeah.
And I'm sizing him up like, man, I need him to lean in. I can't get him.
Got to get a little closer.
I can't get him. So I just kept going, what?
He's like, what? And really seriously, Opes cupping his ear and moving backward a little bit.
Like, what?
Fading him. He goes, dude, I can't hear you.
So he would lean in a little further.
So the guy would lean in further and say it again, and Opes just like, dude,
what?
If you want to make your point, fine, but I can't hear you. And Ope would lean back a little more so the guy would come in further. The second he got within range, pow, right in the face. Opie punched him right in the face. The guy staggers back. The crowd grabs him, punches him, kicks him a few times, and out the door he went.
Well, the bounce grabbed him, and then all listeners got cheap shots in.
Cheap shots.
As they were pulling this guy out.
It was one of the best lures into a sucker punch I'd ever seen. What? Dude, if you want to talk, I can't hear you.
That was the only time I got physical. So
Boston Marathon. It's a crazy day up there.
There was a few others, but all right. American Idol. Bucky got booted last night. Idol talk. Patrice loves the Idol, right?
Yeah, I watch it.
Bucky, it was his time to go. I think
and deservingly so.
Out of the three that were up there, I think it was his time as far as singing goes. The guy cannot hold a note. He's got a style that's like old Southern rock style.
He's got that Southern rock thing happening. But I bet you hear things from Bucky.
He's awful.
Dude, you're not. The second he's got to stretch a note out any longer than just going, doing his Southern rock fucking thing, he goes off key. He cannot stay on key.
Why is Ace still there?
Ace is an idol.
That's my fucking sister. She's in love with the guy.
Yeah,
the
man.
chicks love him. He's devoid of anything. You see his eyes when he makes that look? He's fucking retarded. He looks off into space.
And anyone else notice? Because I noticed the really stupid things. Anyone else notice that he had to make sure that his belt buckle was being seen?
No.
Well,
because he had like a long T-shirt on, right? But he has this special. Hold on, Patrice, a belt with a really nice belt buckle, I guess.
Yeah.
So he kept pushing the front of his shirt down so the belt buckle was being seen. Like that guy cares so much about his appearance, it's not even funny.
Yeah.
Very narcissistic.
Well, he's an idol. And he's never had anything bad happen to him his entire life.
No,
that's why every time he's in the bottom three, it's really shocking to him.
Why am I here?
Yeah, it's really
He
painful.
really should not be here.
He really believes that he can win this thing.
He's next to go.
And there's a lot of guys like Bucky, is just like, oh wow, I got to hang out for another week. He knows. You know, it is so obvious it's going to be either Paris, Chris Daughtry.
It's Chris Daughtry
I think Chris Daughtry
Chris is going to win.
Chris Daughtry runs away with it, but people that should believe that they could possibly win it are Paris, Chris Daughtry, and some people are saying Catherine McPhee, but
no,
she doesn't have the personality.
The girl with the black hair.
You think she believes she can win, though?
I just think that they're going to be in the finals. It's just
like Taylor Hicks.
She's good enough.
Taylor Hicks is a great example. That guy knows he's not going to win the whole thing. He's just happy to be there, and every week he doesn't get voted off. He's like, right on, I get another week to have some fun. He knows. And he also knows that the exposure is going to be great for his career when he goes back home.
He'll probably be fourth out.
But
he'll probably be like number 4 when they have 4 left. He'll be gone.
But there are guys like Ace Young. He believes he's the best up there. He's
Elliot's
delusional.
taking a fucking hike.
Elliot's got to go too.
That's too bad.
He's
very talented.
He's got a good voice, but there's just something that just isn't.
What about the Mendiza thing?
His creepy face.
Yeah, maybe that's.
What about Mendiza getting kicked off?
It was. Kenny
I know we
Rogers'
talked about
fault.
it, but
it was Kenny Rogers, man, getting in their mind. This is the thing.
that country
Being in the
shit.
business, you've been in the business 20 years, 10 years,
10,
15, something like that.
12.
I've been in business for
11.
14. One thing I know, what main thing that if you win one battle is with the mind. Insecurity, if you can keep people from fucking with your mind, you have a chance. Like if Mendiza could have just went, listen, Kenny baby, shut the fuck up, nigga. When do you have a good? At what time was you exacting my voice, nigga? When you were saying you got to know when to hold. Really? Was you telling a story? Was you singing? How about islands in the stream? You fucking faggot. I'm Mendiza, nigga, and I'm gonna sing your stupid song the way I want to. Now you
That's
can
the
hate
film
me if
clip
you
I
want
want to see beforehand.
But that's what I'm saying.
You heard her. Now you're gonna hear her
He
sing.
got in her mind.
Yeah.
And they're getting in Paris's mind. And they're getting in Elliot's. That's what this whole thing is about, is who can take the pressure of the situation. That's why
I guess that's
Ace
part of it.
is possibly, to think about that, Ace is devoid of that thing so much that it's possible he can win. Chris Daughtry is another one who's strictly an artist. See, the ones that are artists, man, like that thing last night I saw about Paris, where her mom, she was never going to sing again, and she's mentally disturbed. The kid, and she cries at the drop of her hat. She's not
cries
well.
every time someone gets kicked off. Every week she's crying her eyes out.
I saw during the audition, she came out the room after what she did, right? It's like she's autistic. She came out the room when they said you made it to Hollywood. She's crying. Like, if I go, does this bitch even know that she's the greatest singer I've ever heard? She doesn't. And Chris Daughtry, if he knew he was talented, he wouldn't be married to that awful situation. That
is over, Johnny.
That piglet, she's not a complete hog. She's ish. And there's nothing worse than going out with an ish. Fattish. She's ish. Smartish. Nothing worse than ish.
And she's not good enough to be, a little chubby.
She's fucking a mess. And he took her kids. This bitch came in with complete... she had a complete furniture set. Sometimes I go, look, my bitch got a kid. It's like, okay, it's a table. This bitch comes in with a complete
armoire.
This nigga came in. He's handling his business with her, but he didn't believe in himself so much. Like, your girl's hot, which means you have a belief in yourself. Your girl's hot. You have a belief in yourself. If you come in this motherfucker taking care of a piglet, of an ish and her children, you don't have belief. He still don't believe he's that great.
So we gotta stay away from the ishes.
No ishes.
Don't go down the ish road.
The relationship takes that he comes up with are so perfect.
Well, what were you saying about your lady in the back room before the show?
Yeah, she's getting a little fat, but she'll lose it because she hates being fat. And I help the cause by not enabling her when she goes, would you leave me if I got fat? I would have to, sweetie, because you're not a fat bitch. If I was to go out with Mandisa, different. She is a fat bitch. But she can't get fatter than she's fat. But my girl is a hot bitch. So fat is not in her. That's
Are you
not
saying
her use to
fat
me.
bitches know how to handle their fat bitchness?
They are fat.
They're
You're
fat.
A fat girl.
If you get a hot chick that becomes fat, she don't know how to be a fat bitch.
And that's why you win.
Hold on. I'm good with some analogies here. It's kind of like if you're a blind guy, your hearing gets much better.
Yes.
So if you're a fat bitch, you already know you're a fat bitch, so something else in your personality takes over, man.
Exactly.
That's
Something is better, Opie. And I've had my share of fat girls. I like fat girls actually when they're fat. Like when what's her name from Top Model? Takara. Like, I wouldn't want her any other way than just what she is. Big old soggy tits, big mushy gut kind of thing. I think she's sexy. But if she came in not that and became that, I'd be like, bitch. Because the worst my girl could be is Takara, but no.
All right, we're going to edit you a little bit today, Patrice.
Go ahead.
So we got so many subjects still to do. Keith in New York. Keith.
Hey, guys. How's it going?
Hey.
I actually disagree with Patrice because I think based upon Chris Daughtry's character, he's not like us. I think he's going to be more of a stand-up guy and take the high road and stick with this girl. I don't know.
He's going to do that for the pressure of being a good guy, but I'm going to tell you, that guy does not have the muscles to deal with the pussy that's going to come his way.
It's going to fly at him.
He can't do that.
He's going to be swatting them like they're going to be all over him like gnats.
Aunt, let me ask you a question, because you've been married. I'm getting married next month, and I really I need to get out of it, and I'm just wondering, how should I do this?
How should you? Look, I really don't have an honest answer for that, because I don't know. Wait a minute, I don't know you or the situation well enough, but I can tell you, just get out of it somehow. Don't go through a marriage just for the fuck of going through it thinking, oh, well, we
got this really expensive place picked out, and it's going to cost me like over $20,000 to get out of it.
20 grand to get out of it. Mere bag of shells, my friend. Mere bag of shells. Because you're going to spend the 20 grand regardless, right? Whether you have them at wedding or not.
What's your life worth?
We have to reimburse.
Ann would have taken that deal.
Oh my God!
What's your life worth? Is it 20 G's or 20
What
G's?
is it, dude? Do you really not want to get married?
Well, I am so stressed out being in this relationship. I'm using an albuterol inhaler because I got stress-induced asthma.
And you're not even married yet.
I know.
How did this happen? How long have you known her?
2 years.
2 years. Now, when was the engagement?
November of 04.
Of 04. Now, you're talking almost right after you met, or what happened?
Oh, no, we dated for a year. Then we got engaged a year later.
Engaged a year later, and you figured, wow, it's like, a couple of years off. This is cool. Time goes slow. And then all of a sudden, now it's here, and you've been together. Now, what are the major problems that she's got or you have together that you don't want to get married?
Well, bottom line, she just doesn't get me, doesn't try to get me, and she's really super uptight, and she's one of those people who...
Is she in the room?
If she doesn't get... Well, I'm in my office, I can't yell. If she doesn't get what she wants, the way she wants, when she wants it, she emotes like a 5-year-old. But, you know, she's one of those people that's so put together on the outside, the casual person who meets her thinks so she's so polished and put together, and that's what I fell for.
Where are you going to meet a bitch who's not like that? See, this is your fault, dude. You're not going to meet a girl who's not like that. That's why you just have to train this bitch. Your happiness. It's easy.
I don't think this guy. How old are you?
38.
Oh shit! Nigga, train this bitch, man. You're lazy.
No, you reach first marriage.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's waited so long, and you got brothers and sisters.
I got a 30-year-old sister.
Is she married?
No.
No. Okay. But you're feeling. I think you're feeling pressure.
But, dude, I've been feeling the pressure about this. I didn't know if I should propose to her, and something just said, just do it. And then I went and did it. And then every time we'd have another fight, you know, it got to the point where I'm like, next time we have a fight, I'm just going to break up with her. And, you know, actually what it was is I was the one who was begging her not to break up with me every time we had a fight. And then it got to the point where the next time this happens, I'm not going to do it. And then, like, I caught her off guard. And all of a sudden she backpedaled and decided she wants to be married to me. And now the one she's freaking out. And I just don't know what to do, because I don't know where I'm going to go, because we bought a house together.
Oh, no.
Yeah,
wait, you bought a house together, so are both your names on it?
No, just hers.
Just hers.
Oh, get out of there.
But you put the money up?
Yeah, we both did.
Wait. You're insane. Why is only her
You're telling
name?
me something I don't know now. I know I'm insane. That's what I'm trying to figure out, but I figured you've been down this road.
But what? Bad credit? No credit?
Bad credit.
What happened?
White boy with bad credit. He's a real loser.
Now,
I know why, because the house was crumbelievable.
Crumbelievable. If you weren't planning to get married, that'd be fine and dandy.
Wow, you're
going to get married. Oh, my God.
You don't need our advice. The listeners are saying it for you. Every line is ringing saying, get out now.
Get out.
Run, get out now, run.
Dude,
run,
you have to figure it out. You only have a sister? You have no brothers?
Yeah, no.
Damn it, you got any close friends?
I got a lot of them. They're all telling me the same thing.
Guys? Yeah. Maybe you need to work something out where... could she possibly be unfaithful?
Oh, no, not at all. That's the furthest.
Would one of your guys be able to, like, maybe get her to have sex with him?
No.
Because that would be a great out.
And what's your name and where you're from?
Keith, you might have to tell her you're gay.
That's last resort, but you might have to just say, look, I live an alternative lifestyle. I thought this would change me.
Right?
He's
not going to argue that point. Look,
I can't believe it. What is wrong
now,
with you
Patrice
guys,
doesn't
man?
see this. Patrice sees it as he should train this one, but she's too far gone. It's a dog. No, she's a dog that shits on the rug and not a puppy anymore. How old is she?
She's 30, but, you know, she's just... Yeah, she's so.
We're gonna have to bring back the relationship.
She's not a puppy anymore. You can't smack her and put her rubber nose in the shit anymore.
All right, listen, we got to go just because there's someone standing by here that wants
guys punching out.
Yell at Patrice. Thanks, Keith. What a surprise,
bastard!
Someone that wants to yell at Patrice. It's Mark Vestibule. Mark
Vestibule.
Yeah, I'm calling about the what Patrice was saying about them wiring up the building, the 9/11 buildings.
What voice is this? What happened?
They say he's got a sore throat.
Oh, okay.
He's really pissed off.
Fair enough. I don't know. I don't have a big argument.
He's right. They were arguing. They were wiring the buildings up with the Duke lacrosse player girl's fingernails. You idiot.
And he really didn't give me. It's an awful. This was an awful voice. It's fucking
9:30 in the morning. What do you want out of me?
Colin quit, everyone.
Colin, did you hear?
Colin, you believe Colin's a conspiracy thing. Colin is a disguised nigga. So don't even get on here and try to play me out.
He knows a lot about black people.
You fucking know what happened, Carl.
Crank his phone up.
I know one thing. That when it comes to DNA evidence, suddenly all our science is bullshit. And then when it comes to you deciding, oh, yeah, well, they can wire a building. On the one hand, you despise the white man for being weak and letting this country fall apart, which we have done.
Yeah.
Visit, for example, by inviting millions of more. Why don't we just get 3 giant Dodge Durangos and just drive all the Mexicans across the border? On the other hand...
But who the fuck is going to clean your house that I know you don't clean because you're a fucking nigger-rich Mick you have a Mexican maid?
No, I don't. I have a lovely West Indian one.
It's all the same. They work harder than us, and if you get rid of those if you get rid of the Mexicans,
that's exactly what we said.
Then the West Indians go. Right. Then who works, Colin? Who cleans your fucking house?
It's not even about Mexicans. Here's what happened. About 40 years ago, your people put the bull on the white man. We cowered, and that was fine because you had a point. But suddenly, not only you, every other group that didn't even get treated badly, then all women turned on us and we cowered. Even the gay guys turned on us and we still dropped.
White guys are useless. I don't know how you still run the country.
Colin, because you know why? Because we have to go to work. We have to go to work. We don't have time to fight these people, so we cave in.
We can't be out in the street.
No, we can't be protesting with signs
There's
and
no grassroots white guy.
Help the white guy. We got to go to work. I got to punch a clock.
But the problem is we did let, because I'll say one thing. If I've seen black dudes with briefcases and suits. If a homeless guy bothers them, they drop the briefcase and they put up the mitts. And the white man did lose a little bit of that too. They'll stand right there in the street.
Colin, it's true. You're useless. When I start barking about fucking bitches, it's because white guys can't be men and you can't be white no more. Like you're fucking. What good are you? What good are you?
What do you mean?
Meaning like that guy that just called in.
What good are you? Did you hear what Anthony just said? The good we are is when it comes down to it, if you go to an office right now and you try to get some bureaucracy done and it's a black office, you know damn well it's only 9:30, there's nobody there. That's how good we are. You have to wait till like 1 in the afternoon. And then you get in there and it's like some girl with giant fingernails eating God knows what kind of Chinese food. Only in black neighborhoods, the Chinese restaurants open at 10 in the morning.
But Colin, black people are the only.
Society would crumble.
But no, it wouldn't. Black people are the only people that still have a humanity to them where they can hook you up. White people are so bureaucratic. It's like, I'm a computer. No, because it says no. Yes, because it says yes. But at least a black girl go, all right, baby, here. Go talk to this one here.
That part is true, but guess what? That part is true, but the other side of it is...
Black people will work with you.
Zimbabwe, stupid. Your people can't... We invented buildings. You never even thought a building could go straight up above one floor.
Because we knew there was a such thing as height and falling.
It would look like that.
Black people are very practical, motherfucker. We don't like going too high, nigga.
Ground floor, it's easy to get through the window and take shit.
No, it's true. Your people are not, they're not good. They're not built for this kind of thing. It's a white man thing and a Chinese thing.
Would that work?
No, the structural thinking like those,
You're very structural. I will give white people very structured. But
we are very structured.
Structured, but just to know humanity. Just know.
But it doesn't matter. Without
life.
us, there wouldn't even be any buildings. There'd be no planes.
We look at the bigger picture. See, we're not as self-centered. We're looking to the future like, all right, we'll invent the airplane. It's not much now, but in the future, this is going to take other people to the... And black people want like, I don't want to work at McDonald's. I need president of IBM right now.
Black people invent everything that causes you not to be chaotic.
But I have to say one thing.
The stoplight.
Exactly. And that's the funny thing.
And penicillin, so you white people can just stay alive.
They walk against the light every time. And they look at the car, daring the white man to say anything, because the white man's like, I was doing Patrice's imitation of the white guy. It was actually original.
It's not the prior one.
Better those corny ones they do. All right. Yeah, we really are finished, but so are black people. And you know what? The ultimate joke is, Patrice, I believe we've discussed this before. You're right. The white man is finished, and guess what? The world is yours now, and look at it. It's going to be gone in 3 years.
All right, Colin.
All right, guys.
Thank you, Mark Vestibule.
Yeah, Mark Vestibule, everyone.
Mark Vestibule.
An awful name. An awful voice he used.
Awful voice, but Colin stinks. Hi.
All right, so back to American Idol. This is
Colin Martling, that sounded like.
This is Bucky getting kicked off last night.
Leaving us tonight on American Idol is... Bucky. Ace, Elliot, you are safe. Bucky goes home.
Aww. Aww. What a shame.
He was like...
He was the pride of his hometown, too. The racetrack left. NASCAR left.
Did you see that?
I was like...
shit.
All right, you want us to cry, I guess, at home.
Did you see that?
You hear a little controversy in his life? There's a little run-in with the law.
Oh, yeah?
He's got his twin brother. You've seen them. They showed him on the show. They look exactly alike. Same dopey haircut and mustache or whatever the fuck. And apparently his brother was driving and got into a little accident. And his license was suspended. So they kind of switched places. And went to the guy that they got in the accident with. And said, hey, go along with this, you know, when the cops show up, just say that it was Bucky was driving. And the guy said, okay. So he went along with it. They got away. The cops, went away, just wrote him like a ticket or something. And then the kid that got into the accident with the Bucky family goes home, tells his father what happened. His father goes, well, did they offer to pay for the car? He goes, no. He goes, then why are you helping him out? You could get in trouble. So they go back to the family first to try to see if they're going to pay for the car. And Bucky's father goes, no, go fuck yourself. We ain't paying for shit. And we're going to sue you for damaging our car. The guy turns around, calls the cops. Hey, guess what? They switched places. This guy did this. And they ended up in court. And what they did was they stood side by side and had the judge ask the guy that was suing them which one was driving. And he couldn't point him out. So the judge goes, look, I got to let him go.
Hey, that's a great story.
So they got him off the hook on the twin angle that you have to be able to point out the guy that you're accusing.
Right.
And the guy couldn't do it.
That's a great story.
But there is a little, white trash kind of crime going on in that family. Every American Idol thing has some kind of bullshit going on where someone's in trouble.
They dig up your shit.
You get that many people in a room, someone fucked up.
Well, that's why it's going to be fun when Norton hits on HBO with Lucky Louie.
Oh.
They're going to dig up his shit.
If he becomes a big star...
They're going to dig up his stuff. Because when Rich Voss was on Last Comic Standing, they started digging up his shit.
Well, he was a junkie?
Yeah, it was in the Inquirer and stuff.
How long ago was that already?
20
years clean, everybody.
Can
20
you guys
years.
count for more in life? How much... You figure you say it on national radio, it's already said.
Yeah.
That's the weird thing, but it's not in magazines. And if Norton hits on this HBO show, all the stories you've heard on this program will be in some of these magazines. You watch.
Norton was a cutter. Years ago, he would cut himself. Jim Norton was an alcoholic and drug addict.
But those getting back to Idol, though, those video clips before they did their thing last night, god damn, man, they were all so depressing. The NASCAR used to race in, where is it, Rockingham or something like that?
Rockingham, yeah.
Show the track with the locks on the gates and then weeds growing on the track.
Really?
And then they go to Kelly Pickler's grandfather who's crying again. All he does is cry.
And somebody else's parents
he's so proud.
The girl that lives up the street from American Idol is he's watching old. That's what I'm saying. This country's so pussified. What guy just sits there and cries over his daughter all the time? Nobody. Guy just goes, I wish I had a son.
Johnny Sacks. Pussy crying in front of his daughter.
Paris is not going to make it either, man. She's falling apart as we speak.
Yeah.
That Chris Daughtry, if he doesn't win, man, I'm gonna be very disappointed.
He's gonna win.
He's got it all
sewn up since very early on.
I'll bet anybody.
You hear the song they sang at the beginning?
Yeah.
They were singing
a bunch of Queen songs.
And what was he singing? He was fucking sounding amazing. This dude is amazing.
He comes away from the pack. He I'm
kind of getting sick of his style, though. Every week it's the same.
But every week, every motherfucker who sings has the same style. That's like saying you're getting sick of the guy you like.
You're right.
Like these motherfuckers, they're Disturbed. He's the same guy.
It might be an overexposure thing at this point. I don't know. How many other artists do you know have gotten that much exposure on national TV? Legit artists. These guys have now sung what? Chris Daughtry sang 10, 12 times already on national TV.
Yeah.
Once a week. You do a radio show every day for 4 fucking hours.
Yeah, we do.
He can't sing one song a week?
This isn't in front of 40 million people. He's getting some crazy exposure now.
I guess you got a point on something. I'm just saying.
House promos.
Yes.
We're going to do a speed. We're going to do a speed round here.
Can we do Queen? Lord in the
Do you know any Queen songs?
I know a great one called I'm in Love with My Car.
I heard that one.
I fucking
They've
love
been playing
that
one.
Yeah.
Fucking great group, man. Freddie Mercury's a motherfucker.
You watched The House? The TV show House?
I watched it after American Idol for the first time, it bugs me to know.
I hate it.
That guy's thing that he does makes me sick.
What's his thing?
Literally
This
sick.
fucking, this retarded genius doctor guy who but he's ultra mean, but it's really because he's trying to save lives. And
It's a self-hatred thing, man.
hour long. That is like, I'd watch it for the first time. I'll never watch it again. I'll never. And the staff is horrified of him.
I was too busy watching Unanimous last night. What
is that show
crock
about?
of shit, that reality show.
But they put a bunch of guys in like a fucking bunker, it looks like, and they have to vote unanimously who receives a sum of money. So you think everybody would just vote for themselves, but you can't vote for yourself. So you got to vote. Everybody's got to vote for one guy. Now it sounds pretty simple, but
they're never going to vote for the same guy.
Never going to vote for the same guy.
And the money keeps dropping.
If you leave, the money drops.
And the money drops as, the longer you're in there, the money keeps dropping. Like, it started at $1.5 million, and last night it was down to, what were they, like, just under 700,000.
How much? I didn't watch it.
Just under 700,000. Here's the problem I have with the show, and this is why it's not going to work. Obviously, it's a series, right? How many weeks? 10 weeks?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
They got to fill up 10 weeks of shows.
Yeah.
So you're watching the first show, it's $1.5 million. You're like, well, obviously, they're not going to have the show end today.
No, and it's not going to be that thrilling when there's like $8 left.
Well, they got to go all the way to the end. 8 to 10 weeks they got to get. It's a series.
But what's the choice? I still don't get the show.
Neither do I.
It's kind of like, it's basically a jury. It's deciding. And they all have to agree on one thing. And what they have to agree on is which person in the room gets the money.
Are people eliminated every week?
Yeah, they have all sorts of, Survivor-type things to make it a little interesting. But in general, that's the game.
So in this room, we all have to figure out who other than me.
Right.
I go, I think Anthony should get it.
And I go, fuck
and then
yeah.
you go, but do you know that I think Anthony should get it?
No, it's all secret.
But do you understand, like, the show starts, it's $1.5 million, they do a vote, and the guy missed by one vote getting $1.5 million. But obviously he wasn't going to get the money. As I'm sitting there at home, like, how could he possibly get the money? It would be the end of the show, the end of the series.
How many, unanimously, everybody has to say this guy has to get it. Evidently.
Yeah. And there also has to be an 8-week run. So right now they're at 640,000, I'm hearing. So, and they got at least 3 or 4 more weeks left, so it's going to be, who cares money? Well, that's why the concept doesn't work. What's wrong, Ed?
Let's see. I'm being IM'd, by the way, which I love.
Okay.
Hi, dude. Excuse me. Sorry for disturbing you, but I have something to ask you about. Will you listen to me? And I write, what? With like 18 exclamation points. Well, have you checked Happy Typing Girl's webcam? Yes, I write. Well, did you pay attention to note she put on her webcam view? Is not this racist? It says, to admit yourself, search list for annoying Arab, right-click on their name, and select ignore. Because the Arabs are the most annoying motherfuckers on Pal Talk. They will sit there, dibber-dubber-dibber, if I may, Patrice, dibber-dubber-dibber, asking stupid questions, just harassing the girls to take their fucking clothes off, and they're annoying, and we just don't like them in this room. So he goes, will you ask her to take it off? I said, why? He goes, you just agreed with me that our message is racist. He says it offends Arabs. And I write, I don't care about offending Arabs. But you sure care if anyone is trying to offend Americans or maybe the Jew, right? Yes. Yes, I do. So let's see where he is. Some Cruel is his name. And let's watch him go. Bye-bye. There he goes. I commend you for sticking up for Arabs, but bye-bye. He just called me a slut. Now I block Pal.
He wrote slut, he must be Arab.
Now he cannot ever contact me again, and he's gone from the room.
There you go. Slut.
We kick Arabs out of the room. Yes, we don't try to be covert about it. We don't try to hide the fact. They're annoying in our room. I don't even know what kind of
They're
how
taking
fun
over the
that
Pal
is.
Talk in general, right?
Yeah.
They're all over the place.
What kind? Sometimes you see fonts come up that are like, what is that? The wing ding or widget? What are the dingbats? What? Why is there a dingbat font? Has anyone ever used the dingbat?
Or do you think Einstein's still alive, working on a problem? Like,
I need to type in dingbat. Where's the Microsoft? Let me go dingbat. But let me tell you, angry dingbat guy.
But there's no hint that it's even language.
What is it?
It's like Einstein working on a problem.
Dingbat indeed.
All right, House. So you hate House. I don't watch House, but what we're on to is the House promos. We can't get enough of them.
Yeah.
On an all-new House.
Because it's the same show every week. Don't see it, don't watch it, don't like hospital shows, don't like doctor shows, don't like medical shows. I get like a hypochondria when I see it.
Child bleeding from the butt.
This week. Yeah, it's like a man came in with a sore throat. In a day, he wasn't going to leave if House didn't give him a transfusion from an alien that he needs to... And I'm like feeling my throat. I think I got swollen glands. That guy's got swollen glands. I can't watch medical shows. And House is the worst because it's not just like some guy comes in. Like ER is bad enough. The car wrecks and stuff like that. With House, it's always some guy that came in and went, I had a twitch in my eye this morning, and then he's convulsing on the floor. And I go, I had a twitch.
This is a new Anthony. It's the skeeved out Anthony. He hates anything.
He's always been like that.
I don't like medical shows.
He hates medical shows.
Medical shows, they skeeve me.
So why don't we listen to the first House promo?
And it's always something that would never really happen in any medical environment.
Fox tonight. A child is infected. Her son's brain is losing control of his muscles. With a disease that's already beaten House once.
Someone died 12 years ago and House doesn't know why.
Now, House's second chance is the boy's only chance.
You may have killed a 6-year-old because you're obsessed.
Where we cure the kid, we solve everybody's problems.
Sometimes you lose, House. You're not God.
Was that like a dare or something?
All new House, next on Fox. Pure discretion advised.
I'm afraid the brain lose control of the body. What? I'm feeling something.
That was the one I saw.
Was it?
It was just some little kid. I couldn't believe it. Some little kid is standing there. He's like, I gotta go to the bathroom. They're in a museum. And he's with his.
And it's not going to be fun. And he just goes home and tells about the museum.
I think the teacher she was pregnant.
Oh no!
So the teacher falls down and goes, oh my goodness, go get somebody. And the kid is so into himself going to the bathroom. He goes, I gotta go to the bathroom. And she's like, I can't believe you're fucking saying this. And then she looks back, and the kid's ass is full of blood. Is coming down his leg.
Holy shit!
This is on Fox. And then all of a sudden he has this disease that is systematically in seconds, like it eats his liver and then it moves to his kidneys.
Right. I don't need to see this.
And at the end, House figures out the whole show goes on. House finally goes. He's like has
he had a Lego up his ass, right?
His guy. He calls one of his friends is playing in a poker tournament. And he's like giving him poker advice doing the whole show on the phone. And he goes, look, man, do this, do that. Then the guy, he goes, look, I need you to come in and look at this kid's blood. And the guy comes in, gives him poker advice. And the guy goes, can you believe I won the poker tournament? He goes, yeah, really? And he goes, yeah, man, I won the poker tournament. The guy had 2 kings. Guess what? I had 2 aces. And House goes, dun, dun, dun.
2 aces.
2 aces. Blim, 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 blim. Figured out what the kid has, gave him some wine, and the kid got cured at the end of the show.
Because of 2 pair?
He figured it out from the 2 aces.
Wait, what happened with the 2 aces?
I don't know, nigga. He said 2 aces. I watched the whole show. 2 aces.
2 aces.
That's it. And at the end, one of his minions goes, you could have been wrong. He goes,
he took a chance. I'll bluff the disease.
Yes!
I'm House. I raise you 3 children's bloody asses. I'm all in with all my child bloody asses. On an all-new House.
Yeah, man.
Poker. Maybe he was poked in the ass by a relative.
Like a kid. He was at his wit's end, and while his friend was telling him the story how he won the thing, and he says how he won, House perked up and goes, aha.
Aha.
Eureka. And then
he
wins.
I hate that stupid show. Now I got... Is there a disease that all of a sudden you're in the museum and you got to take a leak and your ass bleeds and your liver goes away?
I can never watch it again. It was too many scenes that he had a cane. He walked around with a cane.
Yeah.
He was thirsty, right? So they locked the place where he was dealing with the kid because it was like they was overnight, but they closed the snack bar.
Yeah.
It was a whole scene of him defiantly trying to break the lock on the snack bar cage.
Yeah.
And Omar Epps, the black doctor, he's like, House, don't! And he did one of the get off me's, and they just watch him break the fucking and then he goes in and gets water! That's it!
We got Theo.
Grab a Snickers
and
something.
Theo's going to explain the two aces.
Oh, good.
Theo, Virginia, go.
Hey, what's up? All right, I watched it. At the beginning of the show, when they're going through and testing this kid for all the different diseases that it may be or whatever, he tests for, like, the first thing he thinks it is, and it's not that. So when, like, fast forward, he's gone through all these different things, and he's out on the porch talking to the guy about his poker game, and the guy's talking about his poker game. He's like, I had 2 aces, like, right off the bat. And he's like, I play the whole game, and I'm not dropping any cards, and he thinks something, blah, blah. And he goes... So he's like, I had the cards the whole time. And he's like, okay, blah, blah. I guess he puts it together where it's like the disease was riding the whole time, so then he goes back and tests for it again, and it shows up because it took a long time for it to...
Oh, the disease was bluffing.
The disease was bluffing. It was there the whole time.
The disease had a good poker face.
He had a good...
Well, actually, the disease wasn't bluffing. The disease had pocket aces the whole time. Like, the disease was there. Had the good hand. Had the nuts. And
it just hadn't shown.
Yeah, slow played. The disease was slow playing his aces.
All right, Theo.
That's wonderful.
Let's go to Jim in Jersey. Jim.
Yo. Gotta defend House, guys. It's a good friggin' show.
House is a good show.
House is an awesome
It's
show.
the same show.
No,
Can the guy treat a goddamn flu? Can he give a flu shot and send the person home happy? Does it always have to be, I had a ringing in my ear and now I'm convulsing and spitting up blood?
You didn't even watch this show. How are you gonna know?
Because I see every trailer for it, and every week there's a huge medical problem.
Here's another trailer.
Next Tuesday on an all-new House.
25-year-old female hasn't slept for 10 days.
A woman's mysterious illness is destroying her body.
She needs a new liver.
Now,
in a few hours, you will lapse into a coma, and you won't wake up.
To save her life,
Couldn't I be the donor?
House will keep a secret.
We're withholding information.
It's not medical information.
This is immoral. You'd really tell. Yeah.
And hide a shocking truth.
If she knew, there's no way she'd go through with this.
Anyone says anything, they're fired.
Ooh.
Wow.
He's bucking the system,
Again,
man.
with the liver.
I don't follow the rules, man.
You're going to go into a coma and you're not going to wake up. Hi.
That's
Breakfast?
every show.
That's every fucking
But how
show.
can you give a fuck about the situation knowing that he's going to figure out...
Fix it.
Every week, every other week somebody should die.
Stop.
House fucked up. And it's like...
House spends an entire season in court on a malpractice suit. On House.
That house needs a fire.
That house needs some spring cleaning.
A car wreck on House.
And they
That house needs a wrecking ball.
jury for this shit.
All right, Jim, you love the show. It's all right.
Yeah, it's okay to like it, idiot.
We just think it's a little too dramatic for us, that's all.
And I knew, watching the trailers, I'm like, it's the guy.
Yeah.
It's his character that, but I can't stand like people who are self-described, or like he seems too self-described as a evil like a rebel anti-hero.
Yeah, look at me.
It's just...
I'm so badass. I'll save your life, but I'm a badass.
Chris in Toronto has a very good question. Chris?
Hey.
Hey, if this fucking doctor was so good, why can't he fix his own fucking leg?
Yeah, he walks around with a cane.
In his toughest case ever, House tries to fix his own leg.
And that's the inner turmoil, probably. He can't fix himself, but he can fix others, and eventually he'll be able to fix his own leg.
It's gonna cost a woman her life in exchange for House's leg.
It's the fugitive all over again.
They've replaced his leg with a child's liver that came out of his ass. If it wasn't for a pair of aces, he wouldn't know he could walk.
What?
Replaces
Watching
his leg
this?
with a child's liver.
Well,
a liver leg.
Is that
Why not?
far-fetched? Is that
Why
far-fetched?
not House?
All right, enough about House for now. We can't get enough of the promos, though.
Yeah.
House beats people up. It's great.
You know something? I'm fine with just the House promo. That's all I need of the show.
Yeah, that's all we need.
I don't need to know
All right.
how he cures it, if he cures it, whatever. Just show me the promo.
Some other things that pique our interest and make us laugh out there. Is this little thing? What happened?
What?
It's Crumbelievable.
Are you actually gonna do it?
I'm so glad we're finally talking about It's Crumbelievable.
There has been a few commercials on lately. There have been a few commercials using music so badly. I mean, there's been, over the past few years, it seems that it's not a sellout anymore for bands or whoever owns this music to put it in commercials. So you kind of go by. You hear a Cadillac. You see a Cadillac commercial and there's some Aerosmith playing or something.
Coldplay or something.
You don't give it a second thought.
Sting.
But there are some that you go, they change the words around a little, and you go, what did I just hear? This is horrid. And this was one of them.
It makes me laugh every time, though. Let's get ready to crumble.
Let's get ready to crumble. They must have had to pay Michael Buffer how much money?
Oh.
He gets like $1 gazillion anytime he says that?
This douchebag, too, man. If you say, let's get ready to rumble, he's got a lawyer after you.
He'll sue you.
Or any variation.
Or any variation.
Let's get ready to crumble.
Right.
Let's get ready to gazumble.
Right.
I don't know. Can he sue you? Say it. Do it.
Let's get ready to... Which word do you want me to use?
Let's get ready to mumble.
An all new House. They can't stop mumbling. It's in his liver.
I want some tuna fish.
Ooh.
Let's get ready to bumble.
You're sued. Subpoena's in the mail. Bumble.
Now we're thinking of others.
Of course, there's got to be another.
There's got to be another one out there somewhere. What?
I got one.
How about Fred? Fred got out of his chair.
Would you like it?
No, I'm not doing your bit. You do it. Oh, boy, you better do that now.
Oh, well, now you've shattered everybody's
expectation.
Yeah.
Let's get ready to rumble.
Hey, I was going to say, you can go to the circus, and they announce, let's get ready to tumble. See? There we go.
Wow, folks. You don't see that very often. Mike Tyson's gone down.
But you motherfuckers, you took his
shit on the planet.
Bumble.
But you know what it is, Stan? They stole your dignity, right? But he goes, you
but
say
then if I-
motherfucker, and then you like, what? I'm just adding to the show. It's not a pressure.
Stop tearing down a wall.
Leave him alone.
We played it perfectly, and you have to freaking explain to everybody.
I love Patrice.
We played it perfectly.
Oh, sorry.
That's the only way that was going to work.
I'm sorry. I didn't want to do it. It just looked like, see, I feel for people. And this is like the poor guy. Let's get ready to tumble. If he did that as I apologize because it was
All right, here we
damn
go.
fine acting.
Here we go. Let's get it. It's Crumbelievable.
Kraft natural cheese crumbles.
The Crumbelievable.
Intense nuggets of real Kraft cheese crumbled right off the block to give your favorite foods the big cheese taste you love.
That big cheese taste that blows you away. The Crumbelievable.
Kraft crumbles. Good. They're crumbelievable. And try Kraft crumbles and 3 cheese and mozzarella.
You know, when you got cheese, you don't just want it to be unbelievable cheese. You want it crumbelievable. Oh, dun, dun, dun. Oh, what was that? EMF? Who did that?
EMF, yeah. Did they get the original vocalist, you think?
Wow.
Or did they imitate his voice?
I think they imitated.
And you don't notice until you play it on the radio. Like, why all the visionary shit's happening, like the crumbled cheese is pouring on the salad.
Right.
Or, the bitches got it near a titty or whatever.
Right.
You're not noticing it's crumbly. You're not going...
Because it's crumbelievable. You're just hearing the song, and you're like, why are they using this song? It's crumbelievable. Oh, because it's crumbelievable.
Oh. Let's say hi to Chris and Jerry. Chris? You're talking already. Chris.
Hello?
Hey, man.
Hey. What's up, guys? I'm punching out. I'm sorry.
Yeah, you better. Scott in Tennessee. Scott.
Hey, Mayor Menino's new intro. Let's get ready to mumble. Punching out.
But you can't punch out.
I said that.
I know. Jeremy. Jeremy in Jersey.
I said let's get ready to mumble, but...
Jeremy?
What's up, boys?
Hey.
Listen, Testaverde, take the snap. Let's get ready to fumble.
All right. I like how he Testaverde takes the snap. That added to it. Man, not finding any of them funny now. Now he's just sitting there.
Yeah, he's
all dejected. It doesn't matter how funny one is. It could be the funniest one now ever, and Stan will not find it funny.
And then you see what he did to me? He goes, fucking y'all cracked up a tuna fish, faggots. Then he tries to fuck you. That fucking tuna fish, you fat bastard. I'm like,
he tried to fuck you over.
The funny part was no B, you just bumble.
It's just bumble. Right. Like left B out, which is ridiculous.
Let's go to sexual chocolate. Sexual chocolate.
Tricky, what's up, boy?
What up?
Yo, you guys are missing the obvious. Celtic grammar. Let's get ready to stumble. Oh, dear Lord. Oh, dear Lord.
Let's get ready to stumble. That's a good word.
I like that.
Michael Buffer's a motherfucker, man, ain't he?
It's crumbelievable.
And let's get ready to crumble. That motherfucker probably made $1 million.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
He has nothing to talk about, though. Like, he goes to parties, and he's got his one thing. So I'm sure he's asked the question, so how did you come up with that?
Yeah, how did you come up with the let's get... Well, I was thinking it was time to rumble, and that the people should be prepared for this rumble. So I thought I should make them get ready to... You're going for a drink, are you? You got me one, too.
And you see other announcers are trying to, like, figure out, like, something.
Oh, yeah.
Because, when you're in showbiz, they ask you the same question. What are they talking to this guy about?
It was 1978.
What?
He's a motivational speaker.
He's a motivational speaker.
Let's get ready to work at our lives. It's like one of those... Oh, he's got to come out and open with that.
Let's get ready to make a change.
Let's get ready to take control of your destiny, people. It's your life. And
Michael Buffer appearing at the Hilton Hotel.
Oh, yeah. Let's get ready to rumble. Michael Buffer, do not repeat above what I've written or you will be sued.
All right, creepy cold guy. Creepy cold guy.
Hi, Patrice.
Hello.
Listen, after you're done with the comics, let's get ready to jumble.
All right,
can't be much
You're one away now. You're one guy away, Fan.
Fat motherfucker! Y'all laughed at tuna fish?
Someone else has stepped in front of you and on the line.
Thanks for that last caller. I guess it's time to move on.
It's over.
Where's Martini Steve?
No more umbles.
It's Martini Steve.
We got two web video clips that one... they're both funny. Steve Irwin, the crocodile
hunter.
He cries.
Yes, Steve told me about this. Gets a little emotional. The crocodile hunter.
Oh yeah, as a clip someone sent in last night. Steve Irwin apparently on a recent episode was mourning the loss of one of his dead crocodiles.
A dead croc got him.
Dead croc.
'Cause I saw some special where his cameraman got bit in the head or something.
I haven't seen that.
And he didn't shed a tear over that guy.
This croc kicked the bucket, and I guess the croc died overnight in its sleep, and Irwin discovered it in the morning and was very upset.
Wow, he sounds it.
Yeah, I know. Very somber.
Let's try that again.
Okay.
Yeah.
Dying asleep. The best way anyone could ever go.
special friend of mine. Her name's Mary, and I caught she was over 100 years of age. And she's one of the most beautiful animals I've ever seen in my entire life. And I love her like I love my wife. I just love Mary so much.
Holy shit. Did he say he loved her as much as he loved his wife?
Yes, he did.
You can act like a man! What's the matter with you?
Hey, Steve, you gonna be using that crock for anything? My girl needs a purse, I need a shoe.
Some boots.
Can I have your beloved fucking family member for some of my fucking belts?
I have never heard someone that upset over...
And the croc was 100 years old.
Yeah, he said the croc was 100 years old.
Good life.
Yeah.
And at any point, if he petted the crocodile, it would bite his face off.
Oh, what
the
a just
crocodile had
eaten
no
him.
love for him.
Would have eaten him. There's that clip of him feeding the crocs. He's got like chicken parts, and he's throwing them in the croc's mouth, and then he's holding his little baby. He caught a lot of shit for this.
Oh, yeah.
He's holding like a newborn baby.
Justifiably, too.
Over the
Well, no, he's kind of holding him like, lovingly.
As
but
he's feeding the
as
croc.
he's feeding a crocodile, and kind of the croc is coming toward him and lunging, and he's kind of jumping away. That baby was like, that croc must have been like, oh, you know how tender that is? I bet that is the tenderest, juiciest little chicken turkey-looking thing.
Look at that.
I used to do my bit about the Michael Jackson holding his baby over the bow. That was about the same time.
Yeah,
I'm like,
it was.
The
Right.
crocodile hunter is using his baby for chum, and Michael Jackson is worse than...
Hey, at least...
Well, it's because
Steve Irwin-
Michael Jackson was black. That's why it was
Yeah.
worse.
Well, it's
Ain't the
not
fact
anymore,
that
so it wasn't...
ain't the fact that in a couple of years Michael Jackson's going to be fucking the kids and
Fucking
Steve Irwin isn't. Steve Irwin's going to be fucking a crocodile, and no one really cares about that.
At least Steve Irwin's kid gets some loving care after the incident.
You never see Dateline trapping people that came to have sex with crocodiles, you know?
Over the internet.
Why did you come to this crocodile pen? Hey, I just try. I like crocodiles. Michael Jackson is going to be having sex with that kid.
I only fuck newts.
I don't like the whole...
So he cries when the crocs die.
Oh, that's sad. Oh, the wife must feel good. Feels just as bad as if he lost his wife.
It's just one of those animals you can't...
Yeah.
There's no love there.
You can't give love to that. It's like giving love to a snake. It's like, it's a possession.
You
Like,
can't-
die, but damn.
You can't love something that can't have an expression on its face.
Right. Show me something.
No eyebrows, nigga.
No eyebrows.
It's like fish and... nigga, no
That's it.
eyebrows,
You need,
motherfucker.
you
You
need to
need
fall in
something.
love with an expression or something.
You ever look at a dog and he like puts his head on his little paws on the rug, and then you go, "Hey, boy," and he looks up at you, and his eyebrows make that sad look. Now, how do you not go, "Good boy"?
Exactly.
A crocodile, don't matter what the fuck mood that croc is in. That
gonna
croc
kill
could
you.
be like, look at you and go, there is no chance I'm going to eat you. I actually appreciate you as a human. And it's going to be the same face as, I'm starving, I'm going to rip your fucking head
Basically, he looks like a burn victim all the time.
off.
Little beady eyes and shit.
What? I thought we were all just having fun here. What happened?
Or an Asian.
Fucking. You can't love it. You just
No.
can't love. I don't really.
There's no
It's hard
loving.
to really love cats like that.
I
'Cause they
love-
don't give what a dog.
Nah, cats
Nothing
can
gives
be
you what a dog
cats
gives you.
can be friendly.
Nah, cats purr.
Cats
there's
can be
indication.
friendly.
Cats will give you a little something, something.
Yeah.
But I'll tell you something.
They got the motherfucker attitude.
There is no indication when you get a cat whether it's going to be good cat or bad cat, and you can't train it to love you. A dog, if you give a dog a lot of love and affection when it's a puppy, it's probably going to be very loving and affectionate when it grows up into a dog. A cat, you could be the nicest to a cat when it's a little kitten. The thing could grow up, and you go to pet it, and whoosh! You get the claws. You get that thing they do where they grab you with the front legs, roll over on their back, and hit you with the back legs.
You know why?
Oh, it's out of nowhere. You just want to punch a cat in the face when
You know
he does
why?
that.
Because you allow the cat to shit in your house.
What?
Think about it. If you allowed your dog to shit in your house,
Oh, we think he has the run of the house.
it would have an attitude too.
You do let the cat
The
shit in the house
dog
in the
needs
cat
you.
box.
The dog needs you.
They go in the cat box.
Cat's like, fuck you. I shit and eat.
So you think the
What are you-
dog
what are you
is
doing
only...
for me?
This is a backwards attempt by the dog because he knows he can't get
He has
out
no
the house to
choice.
shit.
Yeah.
So he has to
And he
treat
knows
you
if he
with
does
love.
shit in the house,
He's gotta love you.
He's going to get beat up.
You're the guy that turns the knob. He doesn't have thumbs.
That's the whole thing between
You
dogs and
gotta
cats.
turn the knob.
I just summed it up.
He loves your opposable thumb. That's all.
Cat doesn't need you for shit. You already told the cat, look, you can
about
shit
to-
in my house.
Hey, shit in my house.
And if you don't
Piss.
feed the thing, it's
That's
going
what
to
I
find
was gonna say.
it's going to find a mouse or something.
It's going to find...
Very
Do you have a
self-sufficient.
mouse?
He's got
In
a lot
your
of mice.
house?
Oh, I have
He's got
lots of
mice.
them.
Well, if you don't have mice in your house, what's it going to find?
Probably find something.
Probably
Open up.
garbage.
It takes the little paw and opens up a cabinet. He'll get into something. Some of your crumble-levables.
You dog lovers out there, you let your dog shit in your house and you watch the
watch.
attitude.
And it'll
you watch
tear,
the attitude
it'll
change.
tear the fucking packet open right where they start to tear for you.
Right.
And seal it back for you.
Let's go to Bobby in Boston. Bobby.
Boys, what's happening?
Hey there, Bobby. Hey, Bobby.
Oh, I almost missed the fucking road. A croc looks like a burn victim. Are you okay?
I'm feeling pretty good.
You were talking earlier about Anthony being a cruel, trying to figure out what his cruelest. You say shit like that off the cuff, man. I was howling. How do you come up with that?
Well, these guys are really, really funny, so I just go with the shock stuff.
That was classic, brother. Punching out.
You're a shock jock,
I'm a
Opie.
shaka jocka. All right, enough of that, though. We got this other clip. We have this teen's life ruined by teabagging.
I'm not sure what the actual news. It looks like it's a Dateline or a 2020 kind of special.
Teabagging?
I guess the kid went off for the weekend with some friends. His parents set him off for the first time, and he got hazed a little bit while he was out. And he got teabagged by some other gentleman, and the mother describes what they did to him.
He. So it's a guy.
Yeah,
How
I
old?
didn't. 15.
By the way,
15.
Can we back up a little bit? We got to start using the instant feedback. You know,
I usually punch it up over here.
we got to reset everything. We do read instant feedback all day long.
Mm-hmm.
The instant feedback has dropped because of the pal talk, and the whack bag has dropped a little bit because of the pal talk. We need the faithful listeners to still visit everything. We still need your instant feedback coming in, people. We still need the posts on Whackbag, and we still need the pal talk.
We haven't mentioned instant feedback in a while, I guess.
Right. But we notice, some areas are getting stronger, others are getting weaker, but all this helps the show.
Right.
So if you haven't been on Whackbag in a while, post there, okay? If you haven't sent in an instant feedback in a while, do that as well. The instant feedback
Unless you
link
got nothing to say.
Well, that's true. The instant feedback link is on opieandanthony.com. But we got to reset a lot of these things again. Yeah. Okay? Zoltak, the Great from Philly.
Zoltak.
So I guess Opie is saying no one could possibly love an Asian.
Oh, Jesus.
The Asians are expressionless as well as what this guy's sort
One
of
of Jimmy
hinting
Norton's
at.
favorite observations.
Yeah, you don't know.
In fact, you can't tell if they love you, hate you, if they're in a good mood, a bad mood. So it's just the same face. He drink patty water.
Oh.
Yeah.
I never noticed that.
Yeah, well, that's true. Jimmy Norton.
Now I got to look at that Asian.
Let's go to Scott in Texas.
Hey, man.
Hello?
How you doing, Scott? The skin is too
All right,
tight
how
around
you
their
doing?
eyes,
Hey,
so they
Opie.
can't open, close, nothing. It's just there.
Hey, Opie.
Yeah.
I agree with you, man. I had a cat I had in Texas. I used to let him shit in the house all the time. The meanest damn cat you could ever see. Every time you touch him, he claws you. Then I sent him to my mom's house in Alabama, and she let him shit outside. The nicest cat you could ever see.
See?
That's all.
I'm telling you, man.
Yeah, I gotta agree with you.
I'm telling you.
I had 4 fucking cats in my house because my wife was turning into crazy cat lady. And believe me, it was just because I finally put my pussy foot down that it stopped at 4. It started with 1, which is fine. And then she decides to get another one, and it's a female, and one's a male, and it's not fixed. Hello. There's kittens all over the place. We want to give the kittens away, so we start giving away, and she wants to keep one. And I pussy out. And then she decides that she can't decide between 2, so she keeps 2. Then they grow up into cats, and before you know it, I have 4 cats. I sent away for one of those cat boxes with the motor that rakes the thing each time they come in.
Not too annoying.
The thing was running like a refinery constantly all night long. All you'd hear, and it would put it in a bag.
It's just mining poop
It's
shit.
mining. I was mining cat shit
poop shit. That Jesus.
Just mining cat shit 24 hours a day in the middle of the night. And I was the one that had to attend to the cat box. It was my job. Fucking
Anthony
wife.
had chores.
I had chores.
Anthony had chores.
I had chores. Big radio star.
A grown man
Chores.
that was like setting the radio world on fire had chores.
You know, would carpool. He'd drop me off at my house. I'd be like, you know, dude, what a show today. We got an interview coming up. We're doing this. We're doing that. It's, you know, top of the world, man. We're going to fucking go places. He'd drop me off. Well, I guess you forgot where the vacuum was. No, it's in the closet. Oh, well, if you knew where it was, why isn't the floor vacuumed? Well, perhaps because I'm trying to make a huge radio career, and vacuuming really didn't fit into that.
Patrice, this is where Anthony blanks out for about 10 minutes. Just sit back and enjoy.
Oh, boy.
Don't look at him in the eye.
I never knew what I was coming home to. This was it. I would come home, and Opie would drop me off, and he's like, so, what's going on? And I'd go to Opie, I go, who knows? Mixed bag.
Can I... Because we're allowed to talk about this stuff now. Can I?
Yeah.
I did remember another thing that I used to do for you.
Yeah.
Do you remember the times I would pull up to your house and you'd go, no. And we would drive around a little bit because you weren't ready to go home.
Yeah.
We wouldn't go to a bar or anything. It's like, no.
No.
Could you just drive around Huntington?
No.
Just take the long way home.
Take the long way. It's because some days would be, well, you forgot where the vacuum is, huh? And I'd be like, no. And then other days, I'd drive up and like I was really into playing Half-Life, this game Half-Life, during that time, and I was trying to beat the game, and I was just psyched to play it. And we'd pull up, and I didn't know if it was going to be Angry Wife or not. You know, where's the vacuum? Why didn't you do this? Get cat box. And then I'd pull up one day, and all of a sudden I'd look in, and it would look like Carrie's house after she walked home from the prom. Just candles everywhere.
Oh, candle night was always a treat.
Candle night, and I'd be like, oh, I guess she's feeling amorous. This is great because I'm feeling nothing for this woman. And I go in, and all I'm thinking is...
I forgot about candle night.
All I'm thinking is, but I have to turn off the power generator downstairs to get the mob that I got. There's going to be guys, soldiers parachuting down. I got to shoot them so I could get through and get the formula to the professor. All I'm thinking is Half-Life games.
Patrice, you know, around Christmas time, you see like the Hanukkah candles and stuff in every window, whatever. He would have candle night.
It was like candles, like, oh boy, okay, I guess she's feeling like...
Did she hit you?
What? Dude,
I don't even want to look.
She might as well have. No, she never did. I'll be honest.
Was you an abused husband?
I was mentally abused. I felt mentally abused.
I just want to know, like, when you come home from being a radio personality.
Yeah.
Personality. We were like on top of the world.
Fair enough. Like fucking radio gods or whatever you want to call it, right?
Yeah.
And she goes, hey, did you forget the vacuum? The reason I asked did she hit you is goes, yeah, bitch, I did forget where the vacuum was. And what would happen after you said go fuck yourself?
There would be hours of misery, arguing, and shit. Like, I would have to plan out what time it was as to how much balls I could have to answer back. There was like, if it was coming up late and I knew I had to go to sleep, she came up with some shit, I knew I couldn't answer back, or else it would be 3, 4 in the morning with her hovering over me. Yeah, you try to fucking sleep, you motherfucker, and this, and I couldn't do that because I had to go to sleep. So
how many years did you deal with that?
9 years.
How many years during the radio did you deal with that?
Let's see, all of Boston, and I don't know, maybe a year and a half in New York. Yeah, probably a year in New York.
So about 4 of the 9 or 4 to 10 years?
No, closer to 6 years, man. Because then we had the BAB time.
Oh yeah, well it was all
we had the BAB time.
It's from 1990.
Then we had the 3 years in Boston, then another year or so.
1990. See, but I was a pretty beaten guy. Like when I got married to her, I wasn't radio star. I was fucking tin knocker construction worker guy.
It was Chris Daltrey.
Yeah. And
now,
she was.
Actually, was it American Idol? Was this like your American Idol that kind of you go, bitch, I'm a winner. I'm done with you.
The second I started making a little cake, get me a girl with the age teen. Something teen. That's what I want.
Are you fucking serious?
Partially. No, I was
not with
miserable.
the teen thing.
No, I'm serious about it.
We all went there, but it's
By the way, to answer the question that you started the show with, this is where I do get uncomfortable. This is it right here. No joke.
Because he lived
no
through
joke.
this. Opie was like part of
Did
this.
you ever help him through his relationships?
No, he went through it like it was like some kind of fucking, I don't know, like it was some kind of thing that like a bank transaction. I went through it like it was a soap opera fucking knockdown, drag out. It was just like a book. It could have been a movie. And I like I said, I got married. I was in construction. So, she's tending bar to make some money. I'm working construction. I got like fucking credit card debt up the ass. And, it was that was the deal. There was a lot of drinking going on, bump
So
parties.
when did you have the epiphany that you weren't a loser anymore?
I guess after Boston, when I came to New York, I'm like, you know something? I really don't need to take this shit anymore. Because it was just taking shit. Dude, taking shit.
Now, can you give me one day of, like, the day that you found out that fuck this bitch, right? Can you give me what you said the day you found, like, how'd you finally get rid of her?
Oh, that was, yeah, I'm not getting rid of my girlfriend.
Oh, you had a bitch on the side.
Of course.
And she knew about it, though.
Oh, yeah.
Of course she did.
Oh,
but she just wanted to hang with you. And
you might want to Google Anthony's name for the full story. Google
Anthony, that's
Anthony's
what I always
name.
Say, when you first met her, to get to that point of I love you and marry you, there was a good person there at some point.
No, it wasn't really an I love you, I marry you thing. It was more of a...
told the story.
It was more of a...
She was never really a person that you really loved like that?
I would never have married a girl like this.
It's one of the saddest stories. I'm not even kidding. This is where I get uncomfortable.
It was, I'm creeping up on 30 years old. I got to become like, and everywhere I went, I still felt like a kid. Like I'd go to the
your
bar,
way of being a man.
To the bar my mother worked at, and they're like, hey, it's Rosie's kid. Buy Rosie's kid a drink or something. Yeah, like I was just turning 30, and it was like I'm still a fucking like a kid at work. I had a shitty job, and it was, I was the kid there. Never treated like an adult. Never knew how to be an adult or, anything.
So where'd you meet the bitch?
So I thought, let's see, she was, like, banging my brother for a while, and then...
Just a bitch that was around?
Yeah, around at the bars and stuff, and then we hooked up, and I don't know, we kind of hit it off and shit.
And you said, will you marry me? And she goes, yeah.
Yeah.
You want to get fucking married?
It was like over a lot of Jack Daniels and Captain Morgan, Oh, it was just, always, I was always
a lot of
drinking.
medication.
I was always drinking.
Never good fucking, never really great anything.
And thought, it was just it was just back then what it was. My whole life back then was just a clusterfuck of, like, being in a place and wanting to be somewhere completely different. I was working construction knowing damn well this wasn't what I should be doing. I knew then, before I even met Opie, I was like, I want to do radio. I want to be on the radio. How does a construction worker get into fucking radio?
You saved this nigga's life.
Oh.
Yeah, he knows it.
Right?
This is the... You don't even deserve an and.
Hey, motherfucker. You listen to some BAB tape. This motherfucker could still be on Long Island spinning fucking Aerosmith records. I'm just saying.
Without the and, wait a minute. You're grateful for the and up in this motherfucker.
I'm just saying.
I'll tell you the God's honest truth. When I brought Anthony aboard, I had a name for myself where I was at the time, and a lot of people said, why, put his name in the show? And I'm like, I said, trust me on this.
How long before the and?
Right away. Immediately. The second we got a gig up in Boston.
You guys were Opie and Anthony.
Yep.
Yeah, because I get shit for having, an out of control ego and all this bullshit, and that's why I get frustrated. I was Opie for 10 years by myself doing well. I was doing fine. I had a career. Was it as big as this? Absolutely not. Would it have been as big as this by myself? Absolutely not. But I was doing just fine, and I was going places on my own, okay?
Fair enough.
When I fucking worked with this motherfucker for the first time, and I saw the chemistry, I'm like, Opie and Anthony starting tomorrow.
Nice.
I didn't even have to think about it. And I was Opie for 10+ years before that. If you count college radio, even longer. That's why Howard is the biggest douche in this business.
Wow.
No, well, I mean,
I almost got hit by that trolley.
Because Robin really helped him, get places in his career. And this motherfucker still thinks it's all about him.
Never be Howard.
You got to be able to step aside and realize what you got. And I said, trust me on this. It's Opie and Anthony starting tomorrow. I started calling my show. That was still mine, Opie and Anthony, when he came in.
Nice.
No problem. Hey. And I knew it paid dividends like
You're being very
crazy.
nice about this, but he saved you from either imminent death, a murder charge,
I know,
or 75 kids.
Patrice, it was a no... Patrice, the funny thing about this, it was such a no-brainer because what people don't know is Anthony was doing radio with other guys at the time, and all these fucking ridiculous egos couldn't see the big picture, couldn't see the future.
Oh, you was doing radio.
Yeah, he was on Howard's show.
I had done.
He did some things on Howard's show. He did things. I mean, there's a bunch of other
Chaz
shows.
At PLR.
And all they had to do was offer this motherfucker a job. He was there the next day.
Eager like a little beaver.
Dude,
so you had been just tasting around in radio anyway.
Yeah, I wanted to do radio. I knew I wanted to do radio.
You just fell out of a fucking turnip patch or something.
But I didn't have a gig, it wasn't.
But you was refining yourself. As
I was trying
personality.
any way to get my foot in the door.
Yeah,
yeah.
I saw it and I looked down like, you got to be kidding me. No one else has grabbed you yet.
And there was,
and then it was And
there wasn't an inkling.
Had that fucking Ann just sitting there waiting.
No problem. Anything was going to happen. And then when we got the offer to go to Boston, I'd said this before. I was making $29,000 a year knocking tin, and the offer to go up to Boston and do radio was $27,500
a year.
A year. Oh, believe me, there's shit in radio when you first get started. So it was less than I was making knocking tin in construction, and. You call them up and tell them you want to make at least what you're making now, or no, we can't do it. We got credit card bills, and and I'm like,
this is wifey.
I'm like, you don't understand. This is the chance of a lifetime. If I fall on my ass, like if we do well, this 27.5 ain't gonna. Don't worry about it. And if I fall on my ass, I'll go back to They'll hold my job there in Apollo Air Conditioning.
Let me explain this. You could find 1,027.5 jobs.
Yeah. Believe me.
1 million.
I could get the one I had. They would invite me back.
You can't find opportunities like that. They say it all the time. Opportunities come once in a lifetime. Yeah. Blah blah blah. That was the opportunity for both of us.
Did you pull his coat to let him know? Look, this is bad money now, but dude, here's the potential.
I didn't care. Dude,
did you know what the potential money was?
Yeah. And Patrice, here's the deal. And Ant and I joke about this to this day. It's a known fact. Ant and I make exactly the same now. Okay. Mm-hmm. When we were going to Boston. That was my gig. I got that gig for me, by myself. They were ready to pay me, it was close to $20,000 more than I was making at BAB. That's a nice bump. Big time.
For nights.
For night. No, I'm going to explain the story. For nights, right? But I was like, fuck that. I got this new guy I'm hanging with, and we're doing radio, and I knew they had afternoon drive available. I didn't have enough on my own to get afternoon drive. They were giving me nights for a nice bump up, though, okay?
Right.
So I said, no, you got to hear the tape of Ant and I. I know you've heard my solo stuff, whatever, but trust me on this. You got to hear this tape. And they fucking heard this tape and went, holy crap, they hired us the next day for afternoons. And I went up there for the exact same money.
So he took out of the budget that they had, he took exactly what he was making at BAB.
To pay you.
And so I could get the rest.
So they weren't paying you, he was paying you.
No, they were paying me.
See, basically, if I was stupid and really had an ego that was getting in the way, I would have said, this is fun, we've had a good time, but holy crap, I can make an extra $20,000 right now. To me, that was huge, especially at the time. But I saw the bigger picture. I'm like, look, I'll take the cut now, no problem, as long as I go up there for the same exact salary I'm making now, because I knew what kind of life I had.
And was this some like love at first sight shit, or was you looking for an Ann before that?
I was definitely looking.
I think you're always looking.
But it was then, it was
I mean,
so
you had
obvious.
already said, man, I need a fucking, like a partner.
Yeah, because I was getting bored doing it by myself.
And to take that to
And
the
then you
next
popped,
level
and then you
stuff.
just kind of fell into
Popped
it.
in.
So I went up for the exact same thing. He went up for the exact same salary, and then boom.
Yeah. Within 6 months, I think, like she was bitching about the 27. Within 6 months, I think I was making 35, which was, you know,
Dad bumped
to
you
me
up already.
back then. To me, was like, oof, amazing. You know, knocking tin. I never would have made that doing what I was doing. You know, so it worked out.
So how did it bump up to the millionaires you are now? Is that's the game? Just being at the top of your game is millions.
We got the mayor killed up there in Boston. Once that happened, they threw boatloads of money at us for some reason.
Yep.
That was the old days. When you fucked up, you fucked up. You went up.
And who knew that?
Opie. I turned around when we got fired from Boston
But
and
now
thought,
you're fucking
oh my
down.
God.
Now it's
What?
you can
Now
fuck
you
down.
fuck down. Now you fuck down.
Yeah. At the time, I knew, and idiots were like pulling me aside. You need to talk to a psychologist, a psychiatrist. You have problems. I'm like, I have problems. Watch what happens next.
I was like, oh my God, he got us fired. Because I remember, we were making, now this.
See, Anthony now completely gets it all, but then he was scared
at
shitless.
the time,
and
I was like,
suggested
oh
this.
my God, he fucked this up. Oh my God, we got
Did
fired.
y'all
Oh my God,
get a shitty argument?
No.
We've rarely fought.
No.
We've rarely fought.
It was, no.
So you had to
but I was, at the time, it was a few years later, my dream was to make $50,000 a year. That was it. That to me was like the ultimate.
That was your fucking,
That was the ultimate.
That was the goal.
And I was, at the time we got fired from Boston, I was making, I think, 60.
Yeah, we were about there.
And we were just ready to get our raise to like 80.
Something like that, yeah.
And I was like, I was beside myself, like, oh my God,
Which, by the
I'm
way-
rich. I'm rich. I finally did it. Boom, fired.
White trash.
Oh, yeah, right.
Oh, you was making about 60? You are really white trash.
Which, by the way...
Holy shit! 60!
Dude, where I was living in an apartment building with a bunch of Brazilians.
You was looking at and fucking since you was a teenager.
Dude, I was rich.
And by the way, we're not going to get sympathy for this, but
opening.
We were huge in Boston, making the company so much freaking money. They took advantage of us even when we were making 60, 70, 80,000, whatever it was.
But then when we got fired, and I'm like, wait, what happened? We got, and all I could think of was going back, knocking tin, 29,000 from, and tell them, dude, I was on the radio for a while. I was going to make $80,000 a year.
Just the story of what.
All right, get some insulation up there, and now wrap that ductwork and get
like Dr. Bellows.
Yeah, but I was Major Nelson. I just was making, and then, but I turned and she. But I had what I Major Nelson. It was here. But it disappeared.
Now, do you think you got the potential? Now, what is the difference now between you now? Like, could you think you could ever be in a position? You think your girl now could turn you into old Anthony? Like, if she decided to just
no. First of all,
be an asshole.
She ain't that girl.
Well, no, I'm just saying.
That's for
hypothetically,
my wife was one in a million.
If you met a chick, do you think potentially you can be the guy that could come home and she
never.
Go, where's the boat at? You know, she just ups her game in terms of like, motherfucker, why don't we have 4 cars, asshole?
I will never again be that guy. Never.
And you think you changed just because of the what the radio gave you, like that confidence?
A little bit of everything. Getting older.
I completely.
Life experiences.
Completely believe him.
Just things. Completely. I ain't that guy anymore. I just don't take shit. I'm very diplomatic. I'll take a lot of shit, but I'll fight back with diplomacy. But then I cross a line and it's over, Johnny. I swear to God, it just explodes. Not in like violence, not physical violence, but I will just boink, shut off. I give a fuck you or a that's it, and I leave the situation.
You're not saying anything crazy there. I think a lot of people are like that.
Yeah.
They'll take the shit, and then finally done.
But my line has also gotten a little closer to me. I don't take as much shit as I used to.
Okay,
I used to just fucking
We got to wrap up because we got to take a break, Dirk, and the guys got to like catch up. Is that all right?
On Mershals.
So did he answer your question? I don't even know.
Yeah, I don't even know what it was.
Punk motherfuckers.
Always brings me back. Oh, you see, you know something? You black guys, you act like you got all your women in order. Watch that scene from fucking Reservoir Dogs when they're all talking about how black guys treat their women. And it's like, but when they get home, their bitches put them in their fucking place.
Put super glue on their dick.
Hey, put that wacko glue on.
I was there too, though. I was there. I just learned earlier. I was off goofy earlier.
I got to break in really fast. Lady Di is on the phone.
Now,
faithful listeners know who Lady Di is.
Now, her husband knew how to get out of a relationship.
Yeah.
He stood on the tracks of a train and let it run him over and died.
No, stop.
Oh, the luckiest man in the world.
That's right. Lady Di, we need an update. What's going on with you?
How you doing, Di?
I'm homeless.
Sucks to be you.
It does suck to be me right now.
Sweetie, look, I spilled the ball.
You gotta respect that.
Anthony Show. Disgusting.
For us today. I don't know if we're promoting anything, are we?
I'm doing Caroline soon, but probably Black Phillip coming back next
Yeah, we're going to do Black Phillip next Saturday night, hopefully. We got to figure that out. A couple things we want to get to before we get out of here. Another death at Disney, huh?
The happiest place on earth, they call it. How could it be? And that same ride, that Mission to Mars, is it? Or Mission Space? What's it called?
Space Mountain.
Mission to die. Mission to kill the clientele. Yeah, it was. It's one of these things that, in essence, it's a centrifuge. You sit in this thing, and because your perspective doesn't change, you don't see the outside. You just see like you're inside a rocket capsule, and you're looking at a screen in front of you. So when they take off, you see yourself launching. You feel yourself get pushed back in the seat because this fucking thing is on a centrifuge, and you actually feel the G-forces pushing back. And I've heard it's very realistic. And there's also a thing that makes you feel like you have no gravity. Do the same thing by moving this little apparatus around. They could trick your senses. Apparently, it kills people too, because some kid, if you remember, about a year ago, was killed in this thing. Some 6-year-old that looked like he was about 15.
What are they getting? Like heart attacks or something?
Yeah, like heart problems. This woman apparently had blood pressure issues, and it's killing people. But it's Disney. What do they do, Ope?
Well, I believe they just hose it down.
Hose it down. Put the little Mickey in front of the line. It's a little wooden thing cut out that has Mickey on it. Sorry, kids, ride's closed for a while.
Just a casual sign that says closed for maintenance.
Closed for maintenance.
Right.
They should just have a patron laying down with the XX, like cartoon X's over their eyes.
Closed for maintenance.
Closed for maintenance.
Go get a hot dog.
Yeah, we'll be open soon.
Check back in 20 minutes.
Don't you worry.
Hose it down.
Hose it down.
That's what they do there.
Start them up. Roll them. We got to get it's a big attraction there in Epcot.
Yeah.
And Epcot isn't known for its like big attractions, so they got to get the big rides, Mission Space. They got to get it up and running as quickly as possible. But I think now that 2 people have died on this thing, they're going to have to do something.
Yeah.
They are going to have to maybe tame it down or figure out what the hell's killing people.
Well, that's a very good question on 7.
Because what are you going to do?
All right. People want to know if we're going to put out a DVD. Yeah, I think we should put out a DVD. Lady Di.
How you doing, hon?
Lady Di.
Remember me?
You said what before the commercial?
No, I didn't say anything like that. I'm just telling you right now that I'm homeless. I'm out on the streets. That's it.
Wow, we knew it would end like this.
All right, thanks for the update.
You don't even want any info on that? How is she calling?
I have no time for her.
Is that a payphone or a cell phone?
I have no time for her because we got so involved with her. We tried to help her, and she wouldn't listen to anything we had to say.
Look at Patty. She was right on the brink of being... She was homeless for a very short time, lived in this studio under the stairs. And we actually helped her out. She took the help, parlayed it, and now she is fine.
Now she's just barely homeless.
Yeah, barely homeless.
Barely
but Lady
functioning.
Di wouldn't listen to us. She's a drunk. She's a drunkard. She's irresponsible. Apparently her son is with her father or something because she couldn't
Do you
take
realize
care
if I'm listening to the show the first time,
Yeah.
I hate both of you?
Yeah.
Why?
Because you hung up on this poor... you hung up on this poor homeless lady.
I'm homeless. I'm in the street now.
I'm just pissed off, and I'll beat myself up all afternoon long that I didn't play the Benny Hill music before I had, you know, hung up on her.
It could be worse. Homeless in spring. The weather's nice now. Just think if it was winter.
All right, maybe we'll get to that story tomorrow.
Yeah, I gotta hear what happens.
Let's say hi to Will in Jersey. Will, what's up?
Hey, what's up, boys? I learned today that you can't feel for someone who doesn't feel.
Yeah.
Jeez, you guys suck.
Yeah.
Right.
How do you know who the fuck doesn't feel?
Huh? You can just tell. You can just tell. And don't forget, dogs would give you an attitude if you allowed them to shit in your house.
Shit in your house, right.
Let's go to Grape Soda. Grape Soda.
Hey, yeah, I learned today that Anthony had a shitty marriage, and I never knew that.
Oh, it was awful. Divorce was even worse.
All right. Lady Di.
Yes, do me a favor.
Yeah.
Can you raise a fund for me, whackback.com? Please?
No one requests the funds. They usually come up because people have sympathy for somebody. No one really has much sympathy for you because we've tried to help you in the past, and you've been so stupid and arrogant and lying to yourself.
I'm not lying to anybody.
You're a drunkard. You're a drunk. We told you we told you were going to lose your fucking house and everything in your life. And look, ta-da! You're on the street. Congratulations.
She started a foundation for herself.
Yeah. Not true. She's still not lying. You did deserve this. You worked toward this. Congratulations. You reached your goal. You're homeless. That was your goal.
Jesus.
No, it's not my
Hey, Lady Di.
You made sense to her.
Lady Di, let me give you some advice. Take the way your husband took out.
No, listen to
Do you hear anything going choo-choo nearby? Step in front of it.
All right, let Lady Di talk. Lady Di, go ahead. What do you have to say?
What's up?
my husband.
That's it. I'm out of here.